we are still in Orhath, but very close to leaving. At the end of last session, we finished as you were in the basement of the Druid house, getting geared up, or potentially getting geared up for heading out as part of the Druid's plan to scout further and understand a little bit further what is going on with this Death Bloom. To map and help the different elemental sects of the Druids to build a plan, to find out what's happening, and ultimately to come up with a decent plan to bring back to either the Commonwealth or to enact yourselves to rid Great Ashling of this Death Bloom that is hanging around. You know that the elves are back in Redvant. The elves that had left to go back to Eden have returned back to Redvant. You were contacted. I think you contacted the hobgoblins, the bloodcaps, and they said that they had been making some headway in exploring down underground into the end of the dark. So there's a few things bubbling up in the air as you look to plan your move. If you go to Redvant with the Druids, where they're going to set up a base, hopefully just going back to where the elves are, at the south of Redvant, to set up a kind of forward operation base, which will be run by Bo as your number one superfan, and you have some Druid support to go into the border forest, find out what's going on, report back to the big book guys at Orhath, and go from there. As part of that, they agreed to loan you some gear from their basement, from Druids past and artifacts that they've collected over many, many hundreds of years. And I think that's pretty much all of it. If there's anything else, we'll pick up as we go through. But yeah, we can jump straight into just at the point that Von was handed the amulet of animal shapes, a gift from the Druids, granting the ability to cast wild shape further than those that are Druids. And you are going through and picking up different items, looking through and trying to find bits that are suitable for you as adventurers. Arthur, you were grabbed by Bo on the way in, as he, after your conversation the day before about your deity, about Mahatmaduin, he found some items that one of the previous druids, who was not, most of the druids in the main support the Nine Sisters, the main pantheon of gods for Great Ashling. Not to say there obviously aren't others like Mahatmaduin, but they found that there was a mantle and a thorn whip of a druid past that supported, or a cleric that also followed the same deity that you follow, that you gain your power from, because remember, you are a cleric. And this springs some memories, some thoughts and some memories and some stories back to Callan, raising you and telling you about a superhero-like creature, I was about to say, a superhero-like dwarf called the Watcher, or you believed was a dwarf called the Watcher, who looked after people in the forest and looked after wanderers, and kind of always the moral of the story. It was a comic book to tell the morals of Mahatmaduin and looking after people and to bestow and kind of get across, like a children's first Bible, the understanding of the lessons of Mahatmaduin. And yeah, you recognise that, and as far as Bo's concerned, you are happy to take both the thorn whip and the mantle, the large cape, which is made up of these huge leaves. They don't look necessarily like leaves. They have been worked and woven into to look more like fibres, to more like a cape type material, not quite tarpaulin, but like a thicker weave material, very dark cloak, and yes, the exact description of that of the Watcher. But the rest of you, as you feed through, look to find different things, and we have definitely worked this out in the background. As Von, you are working and we're looking your way through sets of armors, different armor sets, and knowing the druids tend to stay away from too much metallic. Looking through the different types of leather armors and bits they've got in there, and you come across and find yourself a set of armor that is adorned with leaves, which draws your eyes and attention as you pick up and try on the armor of blossoming leaves. Otter, as you are moving through, looking for something a little bit meaner, a little bit stronger in the tooth, to having a look at what weapons these druids might have after Zaga's previous comments about them just having sticks and stones, looking through and finding actually a hand axe, an axe that seems to have been made, and what draws your attention to is that it's not shiny at all, that it's made mainly of bone. As you get close and kind of examine this thing, it seems to have been it's a large, definitely a large bone, like the leg bone of a great beast with its tendons that have been wrapped around to form the kind of like head of this axe. And the whole thing just has a real decent weight to it for being what it's made of, and there's something about this you think this has got some gnarly properties to it. As you pick up the femur of the fiend, a gnarly looking axe. Fabian, again looking with Bo and seeing looking with Von Van as you're going through the armors, looking for something to add a little bit of protection. You know where you're going, and you know you're going to need to protect yourself in the forest. You know what you're coming up against, so looking for something that gives you little AC qualities. You see Von take his armor of blossom and leaves, and not wanting to be outdone, you flick through trying to find more of these kind of nature-based armor sets. As you find a metal, you kind of get through the leathers and the harder woven materials and get yourself into the metals. Not being a druid yourself, you're quite happy to wear metals. As you see that they've shared some of these properties, that some of these metals are, whilst light, have been grown across and seem to be living themselves as sets of armor. And you come across a beautiful flower, like almost like petal arranged across the front of this mithril breastplate, which takes your fancy straight away as you grab and try on the petal mithril breastplate. So it's a mithril breastplate that has had this druid incantation and like druid craft made across it to give it some additional properties.
How beautiful!
Very beautiful. And as you're all looking around, Bo's kind of helping you all out and checking out where everyone's going. He's collected together a box of consumables for you. You can see he's thrown in some bits here and there. You can see there's some potions of greater healing going in. A few of these bright light bottles that look to be potions at first, but Bo later explains that they are like sending spells in a bottle. He then grabs a pouch, shakes to see that it's pretty well, throws that in there, and it seems to be a small wooden pouch of these small wooden tokens, as well as these large encrusted like acorns, look to be almost like fake, like comically sized acorns, as he throws them in the bag as well. Seeing that everybody is kind of moving around trying stuff on, as Zaga is kind of like a kid who can't decide what he wants, flicking through some swords, throwing them back, looking at some armors, throwing them back, looking around, just kind of. Maybe the druids do just have sticks and stones. There's nothing here for you. He kind of catches your eye, Zaga, as Bo comes over and says, Zaga, you seem to be without item at the moment. Do you want to go through some of this stuff? And he kind of walks you through some of the bits that are in there, explaining exactly that you have these arcane acorns, these things that can grant ability to people within a certain area. There's some healing potions in there that they can spare, some good ones. He's taken the stronger stuff rather than going for lighter ones. The sending spells to help with communication, and then he goes into detail around these wild tokens, which are these small, almost like gold coin size wooden tokens, all magically embossed. And as you kind of like flick them around in your hand, you can see that they have a shimmer of magic that passes over them, and he explains that they all will help you in battle in some way, shape, or form, or can look to protect you, but they are wild in that they all have the same incantation on them, and what you get out of them is chance. So he said that there's chances that they can boost your ability to dodge and fight. They can protect you and give you magical stuff.
Like the tokens that Faywin used to grow a tree, though, right?
They're better than those ones. So if you mention those ones, he's like, oh no, not feather tokens. These are wild tokens.
Shit.
Yeah, that was good. But no, he explains that they are like they're tokens that druids had been certain druids had been not messing with, but experimenting with over the years in trying to harness wild magic. So how do you get wild magic and boil it down into something more useful? They got as far as creating like these tokens that give you these random good abilities, but they still couldn't control them down to what exactly you get. So he's like, they're a bit of a Hail Mary, but you look like a Hail Mary kind of guy. And then And then as you're kind of going through them, kind of looking at your face, you look at them, noticing a little bit of maybe disappointment at the rest of the guys grabbing stuff. He goes, I've got you one little pouch for this as well. And he gives you over a very small little bag of powder.
Bag of powder. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And he's
just
like,
don't do a Bayern fan and get caught on camera with it.
Can't be a magic powder.
gives you a little wink. As he says, this is one use and pretty well because this is we call it the dust of disappearance.
Awesome.
Which this is a small packet, a very small packet of like very fine sand, but very light coloured sand, which enables you to turn some creatures invisible. So he gives you that as a little sneak.
Sorry, what did you say the name?
It's called the dust of disappearance.
Cheers.
Which is all in there. So the rest of you have your individual items and can take the time when we've got here and look to attune to those items that you are attuning to. We can say that you take an hour to get ready and get set, as you can also help as the druids are down here making up the carts, making up the caravans. So Bo's plan, as explained before, is to take the probably just take the walking path rather than take the boats from Allhearth to Redvant. That's going to take them 4 days walk. And because they've got all the carts and all the stuff that's there, they'll have a troop of druids that are traveling with them as they're like guards as well. But that's the rate they're going to take. They're going to take the full 4 days. They're going to stay off like as much of the beaten track as they can, head for Redvant, so it will take them 4 days to get there. But you guys are kind of free to leave. Mm-hmm.
It took them. It's going to take them 4 days to get to Redvant. I feel like it took us like 2 weeks to get to Redvant. Get to Allhearth from Redvant.
Because you didn't
we
go
just
direct.
used the way round. We went the whole way through the border forest and borderlands.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, you went across and up, and they're just going the short side of the circle. So yeah, it's a 4-day trek. So that's the way they're going to take. So you are fine to accompany them. If you have other ways of travelling there ahead of time, then you can. There's a boat that's not far out east from Allhearth, which can take you there in about 2 days. Or you can trek your own way and get there however you want. But that's the route he's going to be taking. So they're getting the provisions together to build this kind of forward operating base into two like sets of carts, and they will be looking to head off as soon as they are ready to rock and roll. I will say there is one thing, Arta, you note in taking the mantle and the thorn whip. As you try them on, they fit well, and as magical items, where the mantle was quite short, as you put it on and get settled in it and go to attune, it does grow to fit your stature, because it was a dwarven cloak before.
I am deciding whether I'm going to attune to the mantle.
I will tell you now, if you tried to attune to it, it would fail.
Okay, so I can't attune to the mantle of the Watcher. That's perfect, because that means I can still attune my Belt of Dwarven Time, which gives me an extra 8 HP. Can I attune to the Thorn Vine, which I'm assuming is the Thorn Whip? Okay, cool. That's perfect then.
Yeah. So the Thorn Whip you can attune to, but yeah, as you put the cloak on and go to attune to it, you know that there's additional power within this cloak, but there's something in the cloak that is rejecting the attunement. There's something that doesn't sit. It is not allowing you to attune to it.
No, that's perfect. That makes life easier.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's not been doing their cleric duties.
I'm just gonna have to reside over your funeral. That's all that I'm gonna have to do.
So you've got the Thorn Whip and the Mantle of the Watcher. But yeah, so the Mantle will give you some benefits, but it will give you additional benefits if you could attune, but it will reject it. It will not let you attune at the moment. Otherwise,
is that because it gives an extra AC if I can attune to it, and you don't want to do that?
No, it's because it has certain characteristics that need to be met to be attuned, which you cannot program on D&D Beyond.
Okay, cool.
Which you can write down on a spreadsheet, which is what I like to do. Mm-hmm.
Just quickly, the dust of disappearing, or whatever it was. How many uses? Because the item itself, when you look at it, says only.
Yeah.
It is just one.
It's just one. Yeah, and when it gives it to you, you're a bit like, what the fuck is this? Like a tiny little set of dust. But yeah, you would be able to spend the time to understand what it does. You know it's enough to cover you and each creature within 10 feet. So it does. It's a pretty good one-off Hail Mary. But yeah, it is only one use. A consumable. Had to fight really hard not to give you the dust of sneezing and choking, which by all appearances is the dust of disappearance until you use it and then you find out it chokes you. So I just thought I'd let you know that I did fight that urge.
Added those consumables to my inventory.
Yeah. It's quite fun actually, because even the dust of disappearance, the other one, the dust of, it says even if they cast identify, it comes up as the dust of disappearance. Literally on use, it fucks you over. It's like, wow, that's a real dick move. So we'll put it.
So wait, how do we know that this isn't the dust of sneezing?
You don't. Maybe I'm doing a double bluff. Perfect. So you have all your individual items, which hopefully you've added, and you've spent a time when you've been downstairs to attune to those that you are tuning to. You have, oh shit, I didn't put the quantities. The quantities that I posted on Discord.
I've copied the quantities from Discord.
Okay, good. Of those different things. So of the arcane acorns, which give you like an ability boost for a set amount of time. Potions of great healing, which are the bigger kick ones. Remembering with potions of healing. Hang on, sorry, I started clicking in Discord and now it's confused me. I'm watching GIFs. I'm back. What the fuck? But if you drink a potion outside of combat, you can just take full use for it. If you drink a potion in combat, it's a bonus action, but you have to roll. So yeah, if you're not rushing to drink a potion, you can take the full effect of them, because there's nothing worse than drinking a potion and getting 2 health back. So yeah, you've got the potion of great healing, the beacons in the bottle, which are just a sending spell that can be used, and then those wild tokens, which in the description will tell you what you roll and what you can gain by using them.
I've seen a homebrew rule for potions in combat. You can take an action to get the full effect, or a bonus action to do the roll.
Yeah, I don't mind that as much, but yeah, I suppose you could take an action. But the full,
I was on you. I'm just saying
you still use one. The bonus
not bad
one.
idea.
Is it homebrew? Because I don't know if there's a part of it that they've added to the.
Yeah, maybe it's part of the new rules. Maybe
the new rules, I think, is bonus action drinking.
Well,
everyone does.
They changed the rules to be bonus action. It wasn't actually. It was meant to be action, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an action for everything. Because there's certain ones you have to just decide whether they work. If you end up giving out like freaking haste potions and shit. But yeah, we'll see how we go. You've got potions now. You have to get into a fight and I'll have to try and kill you, and then we'll see if you nearly die, whether we need to change it or not.
At this point, can Zaga turn around and ask Bonbon a question?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bonbon!
Yes.
Since we're going back to Redvant, do you want to send Viper a message?
I was planning to send her a message before we head off, yes.
And when you send her a message, can you remind her about my meeting with the turtle?
Of course.
Fucking turtle.
I will send a message to Viper.
Nice.
Explaining that we're... I mean, I only have 25 words, I think.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can fit it in.
Somehow fit in 25 words saying that we're heading back down. Zaga's meeting with Tortle. Faywin says hi.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, that last bit can be cut if we're tight on words.
Faywin says... And just
Just favourite those.
Maybe Faywin equals smiley face. Can you do
Yeah,
emoji?
that's more work.
or-
Yeah.
that's more words than Faywin says hi.
Are there emojis in something? Or...
No, there's no emojis in it. Yeah, each character counts as a word, so it's really not effective. It's like the old way of doing it, like colon and bracket.
That's sad.
Mm.
Hopefully
Colon,
that's changed in the new
comma.
rules.
Hopefully, we can only hope. Nice. So you send that. Viper just comes back and says, Fabian said what? And wastes the whole spell. Ah, shit. Viper will come back and say... what will Viper say? I'll bullet it. Come up with 25 words. Yeah, no. Good to hear from you. Be careful on return. Elves are... Elves' intentions are unclear. And then she'll say, use tunnels if you remember how.
Okay. Otter, that's your specialty.
Yep.
Oh,
You
yeah,
didn't
it
say
is.
anything about the turtle?
I thought he was a pirate, not a tunneler.
He worked for them for a bit.
You worked for them.
Yeah. He
That's
was
how
a
he
mole.
joined us.
Yeah, I know, but at the same point, he's a pirate. I was completely forgotten that he is a pirate. I knew this out of character, to clarify.
Of course.
But hearing this,
Pirates
Uh,
not was to hide treasure.
he keeps talking about being a pirate. So I'm like, he's a pirate. How is he under land? He should be on top of water.
How is he under land? He should be on top of water. Well, can you just -1 from your intelligence score? Permanently.
I don't know if I can because I think I'll die.
Nice. Yeah, and unfortunately, there's not enough words to get in about the turtle mean, but that's what she fires back to.
Would now be an okay time to eat my fruit, sir?
If you would, if you want to try and eat fruit, yep.
Yeah. So I want to speak to Von first, and just say, like, quietly in Elvish. I know there's elves all around, but you know, she's like, my mum and dad gave me some fruits, and I feel they have special properties. I'm not sure what will happen if I get a tummy ache. Can you cover me?
I get a tummy ache.
Cover you in what?
From the others, I don't want them to know that I've got a tummy ache. It's embarrassing.
Can we try and listen into her?
You 100% can.
Whispers?
It's
She's
an
also asking the wrong
she's-
place, and I've got prestidigitation, so I can.
she's they're whispering quite obviously, but it is in Elvish.
Oh, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I would understand.
Would you like to try and listen in about Faywin's tummy ache? Or...
Yes, I would.
Okay. What shall I roll to?
You have to roll out stealth because it'd be a sleight of hand. Well, I suppose sleight of
I
word.
told them that 20.
I rolled a 10.
He hears you say tummy ache. So he either thinks you've just got the shits now and misses the first part of the
That's even
conversation, or here's the whole thing.
I just hear like tummy ache and think you got shit, so I'll just sort of give it a weird look. I get kind of that look where you look and then you sort of tilt your head and your body to sort of look to see if she has shit. So.
Just lean back.
If you
Can I
wonder
just
at all why
clarify-
she's filling Bonbon, why she's got the shits.
Cool.
Okay.
So you can eat a fruit if you want. You want to eat the whole fruit, or you want to? So
I was going to say.
are you going to try them
bite
all
one
one
of
at a
each
time?
colour?
Because you'll have to. Yeah. So how many did we say you had?
19.
Oof, that's quite a lot.
I didn't know if it was like, okay, different colours are going to do different things.
They are gonna
and
do
how
different
many
things.
Of each colours I would get.
Yeah. So it's whether. I suppose if you eat one of them each, then I suppose you could pick which one you're going to use, which is more likely to be used than being random, isn't it? Okay. So. Yeah, you can sort them into the colours and try one at a time if you like. I would probably not recommend like trying them all at once. I mean, you could, but it might go like the combination of things.
Definitely
could
roll
be
out
dangerous.
tummy ache. Can't we?
Yeah.
I can't believe I rolled a nat 20 at Faywin having the shit as well.
So when you decide to roll, when you realise you've just wasted, you're like, oh fuck, I just wasted my thing.
You better get the shits now.
How many different colours are there?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6.
What an assortment.
Yeah, at
That
least
means
6.
there might only be 2 each for some of them. I don't know if I want to try.
Yeah, I wouldn't try all of them. Maybe just.
We can slow work them. I'm going to try one of them and then we can slow work out the others.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that then. What
Uh,
colour is it, please?
Well, yeah, you're taking out your bag. What colour is it? Just pick some colours.
Really?
I get to pick.
Yeah, if you want. I mean, the colour
Right.
doesn't matter. As long as you
I
remember,
would
we write
like-
down what the colour is.
I would like to try. I look over at Otter, having watched me
Ooh.
talk about tummy ache,
Yeah.
and it's purple.
Purple.
Wow.
Describe the fruit to me.
It is like an incredibly large grape, the size of a mango, but the colour of a black seedless grape.
Oh, wow. So it's like a big, fat grape.
It's a big fat boy grape.
You're
Okay.
going to eat this whole mango-sized grape.
It's a lot.
I'm
In
gonna.
one go.
Does this mean
It probably
that
would be a
the,
mango. These all should be things that could be like eaten as an action. So you probably you need to pick something that you could eat and move within 6
You
seconds.
don't know the size of Faven's.
Very good point.
I was going to ask. By,
We've definitely
by
heard
being-
the size of Fabian.
by being an over overlarge grape. Does this mean the skin is also overlarge, so it's like thicker than steel?
Super thick.
Okay, so I'll reverse that then. It's not the size of a mango, it's the size of a strawberry, but it's essentially a large grape.
It's a large grape. Okay. Nice.
Is it the shape of a strawberry?
No, it's the shape of a grape.
Purple big grape. Cool. You're gonna
And
eat
it's
it. Are you
shiny.
just eating it in the where you are in the basement?
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go over to the corner and just
Okay, cool.
crouch down and have a little bite of my grape.
Crouching in the corner, dude.
Yeah, you know
Shit
that.
in the corner of the room.
Squatting already.
I mean, why not? Who knows what's gonna happen at this point?
Cool. Roll a D4 for me.
That is a 3.
3. So you eat this. You have this secret conversation, and then you start eating down this large grape, and you finish it and look back at Von. You feel fine. You like as it kind of hits your stomach, you're waiting for like something to happen. Nothing seems to happen for like a second or so, and then you start to see Von. Von almost as you look at Von, it's almost like Von's getting further away from you. As you realise, actually, what's happening is you are just getting larger as you are under the enlarge spell for 3 hours. So you are one size.
That's big, bitch.
Yeah.
Seeing
So
this,
everyone just
I
sees.
now-
You just see in this
Can I have a
basement
piggyback?
as Faywin just grows and grows and grows. So you're like a little bit hunched in this basement, like archive room, which isn't built with the highest roofs as it's underground.
And we're all
Can-
looking at her like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you
Can
are.
I-
You're doubled in
can I
all
just check?
dimensions, and your weight is multiplied by 8.
I'm fat.
You're not
Who
fat.
needs,
You're just
who
heavy.
needs a druid to change into an animal to ride when you Faywin that's giant?
So you're now large. You've gone from a medium-sized
can
character to a
I-
large character.
Can I also just check? Have I gone purple or anything? Is it like
Uh,
that you're turning
Oh my
violet?
god, is it like Augustus Gloop or whatever?
And when you
It's
said a
violet,
big
you're
large,
turning
Ruby,
violet.
when you said the big purple berry, I was like, that's the only reference I have in my brain. As I'm looking down the list of spells. No, you don't go purple.
Okay, I'm just big now.
Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. For 3 hours, no concentration required. So you just stay that way for 3 hours. You double in all dimensions, and your weight is multiplied by 8. You increase by 1 character size. So you are now large. If there isn't enough room for the target to double its size, the target attains its maximum possible size in the space available. Now you can get cramped in this basement. That's fine. So you go to you're already quite tall, aren't you? So you're like 12 foot tall.
I'm 6'3".
Yeah. As opposed to whoa, what are you doing?
If you hit anything, you hit twice as hard. Though. Well, not twice as hard, but harder.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
Ava
forgot to read
makes
the
her
good
way
bits
over
of it
to
as well.
Zaga with her fists clenched.
Does that affect range? It doesn't affect range.
It doesn't affect range. No, sorry, I didn't read the good bit. I just read the funny bit. You have advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws. Your weapon grows to match its new size. That makes no sense. While these weapons are enlarged,
I
target
suppose she
attacks
can
you
use
deal
her-
extra damage. Yeah.
She can use her bow in melee range, can't she? So
Yeah, you just get
Like a
extra
dagger.
D4 to
Let's
all
just
damage.
try and get in fights in the next 3 hours. I know a guy who's perfect for getting into fights, and I look over at Zaga.
Hey, I haven't done anything.
But yeah, so you are 12 foot tall, 8 times your weight, and currently in a basement, kind of like Alice in Wonderland. I suppose you're going to need to get out. You're knocking stuff over, Faywin. What are you doing?
Have you ever eaten a large grape, bro?
Have I ever eaten a large grape? That seems like a strange question. Have you been eating something from... Was that in this room that you've eaten it, or did you bring that with you?
I brought it with me.
Okay, well, it seems like we're all sorted here. If you guys could just help her get out without destroying anything else, that'd be great.
Where did you get a big grape? Can I have one?
You don't need a big grape. You've got big enough personality.
Can
Does
you
my
do it?
voice get deeper like a giant? Like,
If you 100% want to do a deeper voice, then yes.
okay, great.
You
For
do
three.
look a
I was
bit
thinking it's
heavier,
like these
Faywin.
now.
This is one time when I'll say you can
can
actually
see-
roleplay everything.
All right, darling. Man's Faywin.
I can.
I'm
Your
big,
split,
watch out.
your split ends are much more visible now as well.
It's going to be one of those days.
Why are you talking slower? I
Because
can understand
I'm
your voice a bit
large
deeper.
Because I am big.
V505.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Why do you sound like Eeyore now?
Come on then.
Please do this voice forever.
I'll do
Can you just
3
become a
hours.
barbarian?
3
Yeah,
in-game
the spell wears off, but the voice stays the same.
hours. Fuck
The,
off.
the vocal cords have forever changed.
The
The
barbarian.
feet
Yeah, they've been
Same
stretched.
Zach is looking at the doorway, wondering if Faven will fit.
It's gonna be tight. I mean, Grom's pretty big, but Grom isn't 12 foot tall. So like, it's gonna be a squeeze. You're gonna bang it unless you're being guided. You're not used to being this tall. You're gonna be banging your head.
Faywin is blushing because she's slightly embarrassed. Only slightly though. She's also quite excited.
So, underground boxing room?
I did not.
I don't think I'd get underground.
I didn't foresee that
We're gonna
coming.
go say goodbye to your parents.
No. I said goodbye.
No.
No.
God.
We're never gonna get out of this room.
I know.
No.
You know when I said I hadn't, I was worried.
dimension door, but I don't want to waste a spell slot.
Nah, she can get out. It's just gonna be funny. Yeah, can you roll a dexterity? Can you roll a slink check to get out without destroying anything? D20 careful check.
If we all get
Oh,
behind her
I
and
did
push,
it.
we should get her through.
I did it as dexterity.
Yeah, that's fine.
7.
You literally like not, you know, like how like rackings are set up. You knock a full fucking one over. But I was like, come on, just leave.
I'm trying.
You're ridiculous. Get her out. Why did we let this happen? What has it been, like 10 minutes? It's already completely
I
derailed.
should have said strawberry, not bloody big grape.
As soon as you said really big grape, I was like, I can't give you anything else. So there you go. So you know that the big purple grape is a enlarged spell.
And can I see how many more of those are in my bag? Or we can do that another time.
We could, I think, do that. I think it might be fun to do like one each and then
Okay.
roll for them because.
Sure.
So you're gonna take. Well, I'll work out how many we've got, but we're gonna take some off and then we'll be like, okay, roll for how many you've got because you might want more of certain ones than other ones.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So work it out once you've got more because otherwise, if you end up with a load of shit ones, you don't use them. It's not fun. If you end up with a load of ones that make you do this voice for longer, then I'm all in for it. Everyone's just walking around like, hello, we're giants. Hey, nice to see you. Which could be great. Again. Nice. So as you maneuver
If I
Faywin,
ate one while I was in wild shape form, would that double the size of the animal?
feels like you've been watching a certain D&D shots.
Sorry, more
immediately-
important-
What, with some random fruit that you just that you made up?
Are you calling him a bull
Yeah,
bastard?
Call my bull bastard with his cheats. If you eat one, yeah. I mean, can you cast enlarge? I'm assuming you can cast enlarge on animals.
I assume so.
What if
So,
John
yeah.
ate one?
John's a
John's
spectral
not a real
beast.
animal.
He's not really
Doesn't
an animal.
exist.
Yeah, he doesn't eat.
It does exist.
But it
I
only
mean,
gives you it gives you advantage on strength saves and stuff, which is good. But that damage output is only an extra D4, so it's not
just
like
want
it's
a
going to
big
break the game.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, Hector already looks like he's eating one.
Oh, Hector is safe. Hector's
we've-
been left.
He's gone through this. He's with my parents. He's fine.
I know,
He's
just from
on
when
a
he was
diet.
inside.
He's on a special diet plan. He's got the garden to run around in. He's no longer with us as a group.
He's very
John
careful now.
is looking plump, but that's because I keep feeding him food and he's only a spectral beast.
Yeah, it just falls straight through him because he's a spectral beast.
But he's happy about it.
He has no feelings.
Okay, he bloody does.
Literally has no feelings. Nice. So you can break some more stuff, maneuver yourself outside of the Druid house. As you can see that, you can hear a lot of huffing and tugging as you Druids are trying to load up these caravans. Bo's like, come on, let's go. He's like gagging to get going and get on the road. And you spend about 15 minutes maneuvering Faywing through the tight staircase to get her up to the main hall, to get out through the big double doors.
As we
you
leave-
get lots of looks from people
As we leave,
Big
can I
elf.
look for like horse riding gear, like a saddle?
He's a favourite.
yeah, I was like, what? Yeah.
God, I'm going to need that strength after all.
There will be a stable if you wanted horse riding gear.
No, he looks at Faywin, thinks about the idea, and then I decide it's probably best not to. But I do. I'm on the fence. It's a 50-50.
Yeah.
You can roll to try if you like.
Nah, it's not happening.
So I will kill you. Okay.
Whoa! I will kill you.
I played Red Dead. I know how to tame a horse.
I will kill you. Your life won't be worth living. Perfect. So, Faywin's 12 foot tall. The rest of you have got some nice new gear on. You have a box of consumables to store up. And Bo is he's building up that caravan. So, it's really up to you guys. You got any loose ends you want to type? Any people you want to talk to? Faywin, you already had the map and all your entry requirement stuff from the Vortalis Institute to begin your wizarding career. But they've given you the map. They've asked that you map the forest using the magical map so they can get some information. But yeah, you've got time to clear up some stuff or decide how you want to travel. So your options are go with Bo. You got 4-day on foot travel. You find your own way of getting there, which is still going to be 4 days unless you try and acquiesce some creatures to move. You could turn into creatures yourself as well. You've just been given wild shape stuff. Or you go out and find the boat, and that will take you. And it's not like it's like a tug. It's a slow boat, a transport boat. But that's a 2-day trip. So 2-day trip via boat, 4-day via walk. Could be sped up if you find other ways of travelling across those 4 days walk. As
How
you will
much do you
travel.
think a boat is? At least we can sleep on a boat when it gets to nighttime.
Also, are we going to the hobgoblins or not?
No.
Plus, I'm worried that if we get a bow, Otter will try and take command, as he's a pirate.
I don't think Fame will get on the tug anyway at this point.
I don't even want to speak.
Also, I've said it lasts for 3 hours, but you wouldn't necessarily know it's only going to last for 3 hours. You could be like this forever.
And last time our friend Andriel got on a boat and disappeared.
I've changed my mind on this already. I've gone back and forward so much.
Can we say 3 minutes to 3 hours?
No, 3 hours. You wanted to eat the berry,
Oh.
and you made me do checks, and then you described.
Is that 3 IRL hours or?
Oh yeah, rolls over to the next session. Where I say to you guys, you can fast forward time whenever you want. Today, you ain't fast forward no fucking time.
The pace we go at, 3 in real life, I'll probably be less.
It'll be 3 sessions, yeah.
So yeah,
So was that a no to the boat?
Yeah, I think so.
It seems like the easiest way to get there.
Well, if we do pass the journey on foot and hopefully Baywin goes back to normal size, then
I have long strides now.
me and I'm sure we can get one of the other druids can fly us the rest of the way.
Yeah, that sounds fine to
Maybe
me.
Faywin can just throw us. Does anyone have Featherfall?
I'll try with you, Arthur.
No, I'm not volunteering.
As I clench my incredibly big fist.
I start walking fast. Like, obviously, like I'm fast walking. And I look round behind me and I break out into a jog.
So yeah, even with flying, you would still need to. You wouldn't make the full journey, obviously. So flying would be quicker than walking, obviously, but it'd probably be akin to like a little bit quicker than horseback or mount. But you would still need to stop at some point on route. Not saying good or bad, just so you are aware. The journey itself, you're not going to make. Yeah, you're not going to make it all in one day anyway. So it's either like say you've got a boat, which will take 2 days, but you on the boat, you walk, which takes longer, or you fly, but you're going to need to find somewhere to stop to camp for a night to then move on. I think you will struggle. Well, unless you can teleport to get there straight away.
So I can do 16 hours of flying in a day with a 1 hour gap at 80-foot flying speed.
Yeah.
Quick math.
So
Yeah, you'll be looking at arriving there sometime on the second day, probably as quick as the boat. Because what's and that's standard flying.
So-
That's not dashing, right?
yeah, that's just standard.
Standard,
flying,
yeah, because you'd get exhausted if you were trying to dash for 16 hours.
Would we then expect the other druids that will walk in that first bit with us to carry on walking because they're going to have all the caravan stuff, right?
They're going to go anyway.
Okay.
So Bo's already said we will, with a mix of horses ourselves or wild shapes between the druids. He's taken a small team with him to help run this forward operating base
Right,
of
got
lower
it.
level druids. So he just said you can come with us, or if you want to get there quicker, because he knows that he's going to be slow. Like 4 days traveling is quite a long time. Yeah, 60 foot is riding horse, so you'd be getting 80 foot. So yeah, you'd do. You'd get there. It wouldn't take the full 2 days of travel. It'd probably only take. You'd have one night, and then you'd get there in the second day.
Okay.
But yeah, up to you, because obviously you got.
But we wouldn't be able to start doing that anyway until Faywin is smaller.
Yes, true.
We could say for the next 3 hours we pack things and walk, right? I need to do some walking because I need it for my nap.
Yep.
So I could do with a little bit of walking at least.
For what?
For the map that the
Isn't the map for the forest?
That's for the forest.
Yeah, but are we going through the forest?
No, we're in Allhearth.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah. Never mind.
You're not that big. I'm so big I stepped across the world.
Oh,
Now I'm in the forest.
I just start walking with a caravan.
Yeah, we'll walk for now.
Yeah, because you have to walk towards. So you walk towards where the river meets up anyway. So the main path out of Allhearth. Where's my map?
Is she going to get attacked by the useless guards because they think she's a monster?
She wasn't, but I don't know. Maybe now. Oh, you can't see that.
She's fraternizing with the enemy of Allhearth, Zagazoon.
Zaga. Oh, I can't show the map on there. But yeah, so you'll make your way across. I just realised the screen shines down an annoying light on it. So yeah, you'll make your way across from Allhearth to where the River Lyre ends, so that you head out on the main track out of Allhearth on the east side, and then as you get to the river crossing is when you start to take the less beaten road. The road doesn't run to Redvant. The road runs north to Pickland, which is where Otter would have spent maybe a tiny bit of time, and then runs down. So yeah, the main route across, the quickest route is across the northern part of the Borderlands. So yeah, you can head your way out there. If you want to head out with the what's it called, caravan, it's fine. So you can help them finish up the caravan. If there's nothing else to do in Allhearth, you pack your bags, make sure you've settled anything you need to sell, wait for the caravan to get ready, and off ye trot. Bo has, there's about 6 of them in total, and you can see a lot of the druids. They've got druids from each of the main... It's got like 3 of them from the Earthen sect, and then a few mixed in from some of the others to provide others. So you know there's one in there from the Verdant Gale, from the air specialization. There's one in there from the 2 in there from the Emberhearth, and I think there's probably 1 from water. Obviously not a mer folk because they wouldn't be able to walk. Something like a Triton, who's like a humanoid, but bluer skinned, sweatier, moist humanoid race. As they are all packed up in their druidic robes and leading off some horse and mules as you head out towards the main, the east way of, not east way, I think it's called east way actually, of Allhearth out onto the main pass. You pass round the lake. You haven't spent a lot of time on the lake, but you'll pass round as you leave the city and see some of the farmland of the Silverside Lake. Silverside Lake named thus so because of the glistening silver that runs down from the Diamond Mountains of the north. As you kind of join back up with the River Lyre and see some of the tugboats that are coming through here. So these are like large. You saw a couple of them before when you were in Redvant. These large canal boat type boats that either are housing. There's a few of them that are transport ones. You can see primarily transport ones, but not many. Most are cargo with a bit of transport. So you can see people sat on top of them. You see, like, you know how the canal boats used to operate kind of like through Birmingham with all the coal and stuff with inside them. So the whole middle part of the boat is just a hollowed out container which gets filled up. So you pass by there. As the carriage carries on, you see some of the boats moving backwards and forwards, and where they forded off some of the River Lyre to create this on where the road meets this kind of port. For not really a port, lack of a better word, more like a canal, a larger canal side lock. As you guys carry on alongside. This way out east is where Allhearth has all of its farmlands. So you can see, those of you from Allhearth, you will know this, but those that are new to it, you can see across a lot of the hills before it disappears kind of into where the Borderlands are. To the south, so as you are walking east way, you have the river on your left, and then to your right you have all these big sprawling farms out there. Most of them are crop farms, different states. At this time of year, so early spring, you can see that there's not much growing. Very boggy, very muddy out there. And as you look out, you can see how flat the land is, that you can start to see it roll out into lands that look a little bit more like the Scottish Highlands, those of the Borderlands that you are aware of. As you carry on your walk for your first day, can somebody give me a couple of D20 rolls, please? We need to see what the weather is like today.
As the local weatherman,
or
the weatherman of the group, do you just want me to roll one, or someone else going to roll the other?
However you want to do it. If the weatherman wants to roll one.
Yeah, I've rolled two. It's a 10 and a 3.
10. Okay, so it's a little bit colder this more. 10 and a 3. Oh, 3's good.
Yeah.
Loads good. Nice.
Okay.
I need one more. Sorry.
Oh, you need a
temperature, wind, and rain.
11.
Good. So it's a nice day. So it is fresh morning. We are into. I definitely updated your timeline. I redid it all. End of February. So it's crisp air, crisp, cold air, especially as you get out of the city. I think first thing you realise is you get into the farmlands. You're leaving not super early in the morning, so it's not like there's like mist and fog rolling through. You've not got your breath isn't kind of like having condensation as it leaves your mouth, but it is chilly. You need a jacket this morning as you get out and get moving, but bright, barely any wind. Your visibility is clear out in front of you and through the Borderlands, so you feel pretty safe, especially when you start to make that way off the main road, the kind of Roman road built, and you start heading through these trade routes that are into the Borderlands, where it gets a bit swampy sometimes, and no rain. So you probably haven't seen rain for a few days, so the ground as you start and make your way into the Borderlands is fairly solid. Good ground for walking on, good ground for the carts to go through. There's a few ups and downs they need to deal with and work their way through, but last time you were making your way through, there was a lot of the storms pushing on, especially closer to the forest. So a very lovely day of travel. As you make your way to your kind of first stop, your first day of travel, there's not much with that weather and stuff going on. It's a lovely day. You have 6 druids with you. If there's anything and Bo with you as well, if there's anything you want to pick up with Bo, just shout, or with each other. This is a time for you to do a little bit of interparty role play.
The entire time I've put my new mantle over the top of my existing floating cape, so you can see the mantle floating.
Nice.
Because the cape is lifting it up. That's all I'm doing today. I'm just walking or traveling, however we're traveling.
Yep.
And my new fancy cape is floating.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful cape. Lovely. Can somebody? Sorry, not somebody. We can do it all of you. Can you all of you roll me a D6, please? Remember, 1's a good, 6 is a bad.
That's a 6.
Nice. 6, 2, 4.
1.
Oh, it's a 1, a 6, and a 1, a 1. Lovely. We'll get out of the way early. So you are Looking for a place to stay. Looking for a place to catch up. You are in the Borderlands. The Borderlands don't have a huge amount of landmarks per se. There's like different areas and routes that run through, and there's certain areas that harden up where there's rocks. So you know where when you were getting Callan out of the Hobgoblin camp, that was just soft land that just came into these like, they're like low mountains. So there's big rocks here, but they don't jut up like big pointy mountains, more like rolling hills that are built out of sandstone or some lighter rocks. So you hit some good areas of rock and peace. As you're looking, as the day is starting to get towards the later part of the day, the light is starting to come down. You are looking for a place to stay, to look to camp for the evening. As one of the guys that Bo is with, one of the druids says that he notes that there's a kind of a nook away from the main road, just coming up here in an alcove. As you get close to it, you can see that there's a light coming from inside that cove. Not like I say cove, like a pathway that splits in two. So it's not covered in any way, but you can see as the lights start to come down that there's something, a fire going on, or something that is lighting from inside that cove, like someone is there already. As he's pulling up, the kind of druids hold up. As Bo kind of looks to you guys to be like, do you want to go and see what's going on? How do you want to play this?
Can I wild shape into... Get to use my fancy new skills now.
Mm-hmm. Level up.
What bird do I want to...
Bigherbthenerd pigeon?
Good dice.
Clearly a pigeon, so you can show them.
I'm going to go to an eagle.
Or an eagle, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go for an eagle.
Nice. So yeah, as you're
yeah, fly up and kind of scout ahead to get a look at, see what I can see down there.
Nice.
I might just see if the bard breaks into a song about flying like an eagle.
Fly like an eagle. Gives away your position, you get attacked. As you fly, give me a perception check. I think the eagle gets like special things, doesn't it?
It's advantage
Yeah.
on sight perception checks. That is a 17.
17. You see that there is somebody already within the... somebody already within the cove. And there is a light going on, and you can see that there is one figure beside a big wagon, like this huge wagon. There's some horses hitched to the side, like unhitched from the wagon itself, but hitched to the side there. And seems to be a humanoid character with, as you're looking around on top, you can just see they've got a hat on down, looking and just staring down at the fire and kind of rubbing their hands. This big wagon, though, you do, with a 17, you do recognise. You've seen this large wagon before.
This happened to be... Fuck, what was his name?
Gavin.
Gavin?
Gavin. Gallon, yes. This is Gallon's wagon. I was just trying to find my note on Gallon's wagon, because I had some description of it, but I've lost it all. But yeah, it's a wagon like no other wagon. And you can see that as you recognise the wagon and kind of swoop around a bit, you can see that it looks like the man with the hat is Gallon himself in this cove.
I'll head back to the rest of the group. Drop form and say, "There's no problem. It's Gallon from before. We should be able to go over and have a chat." And
Before we
should be
go,
fine with us joining him. But yes.
just remember, he's the one that gave us the inn for the scrolls and Jim Dark Magic. We might not want to tell him we murdered Jim Dark Magic.
I mean, that's not really something I was going to lead with in a conversation with someone anyway.
Yeah, how does that come up in conversation?
Because, he's the one who gave us the tip.
You sent him a message, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, we can get Faywin to... Faywin's really good at persuading people, so we can get Faywin to the conversation.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you're now just doing the voice.
I got what I wanted.
I hate you so much.
It's definitely been a full day of travelling as well, so you're just doing the voice of funsies now.
Oh, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't think that's a good idea.
I preferred your old voice.
You eat another one of those grapes?
No.
Okay, so just avoid that conversation, or if he does ask, just. I mean, Zaga, you're good at this talking malarkey. You know what to say. You'll know what to say.
What? He can get arrested again?
Maybe our superhero can do the talking.
No, that's never a good idea.
Fine, Zaga, you're up.
God damn it. Zaga will just start walking over to where Callan is then, since we know who it is.
Yeah.
And assuming Bon Bon will inform the druids, we know the person who's camping here.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of pull up. And, as you're walking in and you pull into this kind of like, I keep calling it alcove for lack of a better word, it's kind of like area just off to the side of the road. As you make enough noise, you see Gavin doesn't really move his head as he looks up slightly. You can see he's like twizzling something in his hand. And then he, it takes him a second, but notices who is coming towards him. Give me Zaga, give me a perception check.
Zaga will also be approaching with his hands up, just to
Yeah.
be sure. Perception is a 1. No, 7.
One.
Sorry, it looked like a 1.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, just 7. Yeah. So with the 7, you just see that he is like playing with something in his hand, and as he looks up towards you, you see with the 7, you see that he relaxes a bit as someone that is good or better with charisma stat, someone that is relaxed who is clearly recognised as he sits like leans back against his wagon and sees you coming in. It's like, well, look who it is.
Hey, Gallon, how you doing? Long time no see.
I'm doing real well. How are you guys doing on the road from Orhuth?
From Orhuth, we're heading back to Redvant. Which way are you headed?
The opposite way from Redvant, my friend.
Is it bad there?
Yeah. Well, it depends. Bad for a man like me, yes.
Yeah, I see. I think Bon Bon mentioned something about the elves being back.
They are, they're taking the initiative, shall we say. Our mutual friends are laying low a little bit to see what the hell the deal is, but I wasn't hanging around to find out anymore.
I see. Do you mind if we share your camp for the night?
Of course, come in, more the merrier. He's like, I'll stand the wagon down. He's like, hitch up in. He's like, yeah, I've got to hitch in, get the things. He's like, you brought some druid friends with you. And he kind of whispers in, he's like, any of them want to buy some stuff, you think?
Yeah, they might. We're heading there for forest recon. You know the issues with the forest.
Oh, I've heard about these beasts. Well, I mean, the elves are bringing some of that. We'll talk about it later.
And speaking of selling stuff, though, what you got?
Not much more than what I had before for you guys. Redvant's not been, wasn't as fruitful for me as I thought it was going to be. Whatever is going on, it's stopping the passing trade of people that buy and sell the things that I like to buy and sell. So, hence me packing up and heading for Orhuth.
Makes sense, I guess. Let me just wave everybody in. And I'll wave everybody else in, and they can greet Gallon as they feel like it.
Nice.
Hello.
Oh. Good evening.
Hello.
Well, that's more like it. I remember your voice being lower.
No, she doesn't sound like that anymore.
Oh dear.
How are you, Galen?
I was just saying to Zaga here, I've been better, but I'm happy to be on the road again. Happy to see your faces, of course, as well.
Not as happy as I've been with my bow. It's been beautifully crafted.
It's been good. You've been
thank you.
exploring its magical properties.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yes, I have. I'm not sure why
I can roll a deception
you
check.
would even ask me that, Gavin.
Well, I just got a feeling that you hadn't been using it at all. I don't know where that came from. He's like, oh, I may
People
have
haven't
some...
really been casting spells on me enough for me to do that reaction,
well,
Gavin. So,
some people-
we'll see what happens.
Some people would say that is a blessing.
Hmm.
So yeah, he like welcomes you all in. He has a bottle that he passes around. He's not whilst on the road. I think he's very apt at being out on his own anyway. But very happy to have more people here for a night time in the border forest for sure.
If he's passing a bottle around,
Mhm.
Zaga will pull out a special bottle that hasn't been seen since it was given to him by the Dragonborn with the Draken vodka.
Nice.
He say, "Here, try this. This is the good shit."
It's like, oh my, is this a bottle of holy shit? I didn't think these. How did you get this here? Did you bring it with you? You've been holding out on me.
No, it was given to me in Allhearth. There were a couple of Dragonborn there.
Oh, well, I'll be
That
up
won't make any of
early.
these others suspicious.
I'll be up early in the morning. If Dragonborn are bringing some of their goods into the land, then I know a merchant who wants to get his hand on this stuff. Is quite pricey. Sold to the right people. See,
Zaga will just pass the bottle around.
takes a swig. Very,
Vodka to him.
very, very good vodka. As you all sit down, the druids take to looking after strapping down the camps, setting up their own like tarpaulin tents and things to stay in for the evening. As druids, they like a lot of it. It's not like full camp. They would be more tuned in nature as well as something, but they do bring enough to set up like a decent camp. So there'll be a few like larger tents if need be that they set up around the fire to make sure they're protecting off the horses and stuff as well. As you can kind of sit for the evening with Galen, as he has come from Redvant. He's made the journey, obviously, most of the way here now. Is on that final stretch where you guys are starting the first part of your journey. So, I suppose if there's any questions you would have for Galen on an evening of chat.
Anything that we should be aware of heading to Redvant? You said about the elves were back and that sort of thing, but anything else that you've seen in your travels we should be prepared for?
No, normally by this point I've run into a little bit of trouble, but the bloodcaps seem occupied because they haven't been out ambushing as much. I heard a vicious rumor that there was the Borderlands folk had all been moved on from their houses, and I had seen the refugees at Redvant. That was I was hoping it was going to bring me a little bit of business, but those guys couldn't scrap two copper together, to be honest. So no, I've been just trying to get out. The elves are the big problem, I think.
Tell me about it. I bet they tried to arrest you, didn't they?
I'm too smart to get arrested. You know me. I keep my head down in these areas. Not good friends. The Red Hoods. They as he kind of looks towards the druids, just to get like a sense of how slack-tongued he should be with these guys around.
Bo spent time in the Red Hood hideout, didn't he?
He did what? Sorry.
Bo spent some time in the Red Hood hideout the first time we were.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
I'll just point
So
to
Bo
him
would
and
be
say,
like,
"They're okay."
Yeah. And he gets back to you, he's like, these elves, and Bo would be interested in this as well, having known that they're going there to establish kind of a outpost with the elves. It's like, it turns out they came back with force. Well, not but God, I don't know, a matter of about a week ago, maybe. All riding in from the forest, they sent their flying beasts over top. They've been patrolling the skies. And they, as far as I can make out from what our friends in the Red Hoods have said, that they turn up in full force. This is like an occupying army type situation. Stormed straight back into that camp that they used to own. Displaced a hell of a lot of the Borderlands folk that were in there to try and establish back their buildings they had, and have been taking regular patrols off the city, claiming to be protecting everyone and spouting some crap about the forest. But yeah, I saw that. I saw those whatever they are, hippogriff type beasts flying around, and thought, hey, this isn't the time for Galen to be trying to sell some things. So time to hit the road, I think.
They worked their way into the actual city, not just staying on the outskirts this time.
Yeah, from what Viper was telling me, that they cruise. Well, you know what Redvant's like. It's a little bit of a. It was ruled by fear and not by actual having guards out on the floor. The Red Hoods did what they needed to do to take out what they needed to do, but they let the people manage themselves. Turns out the elves think it's kind of differently about that.
Strange that they decided to move into the city. And do you know what happened to the Borderlands folk? They this place? Did they go into the city, or
They're still, I mean, as far as I'm aware, they
go
were still trying to
elsewhere?
find a place. Yeah, the people of Redvant, they were taking them in where they can, but Redvant itself was already boiling over. They were still trying to finish that work they were going on in the north to get that area set, and they've got a hell of a lot of free hands to help build it now. But yeah, in terms of I believe those folks were getting settled in that area, and the elves kind of shooed them on back inside the city. And as far as I can aware, they got guards posted on all the ins and outs. I managed to slip out with one of the one of the convoys that was being sent north. And once I was out, I was not looking back. If you're getting in, you better find a way in that is either undetected or, take it. I don't think they're out there just stopping people left, right, and center, but they are definitely, there's guard forces on each of the entrances to Redvant now.
Hey, Otter, do those tunnels start outside the city anywhere?
DM, did the tunnel start outside the city anyway?
Would you have had any tunnels outside the city? Roll a history.
13.
13. You haven't used any because you were mainly traveling within the city to get to places, and then you were out on the route. But you heard that there possibly are a few entryways to the city, but they are, because the Red Hoods operate in the city and move about. They don't have to move about. It's not like they have to. They're not like scared of moving around. Ordinarily, they wouldn't be using the tunnels to get around secretly. They're getting around quickly. That's what the tunnels are for cutting through the city nice and quick. So they were there to loop the city together. So getting in and out of the city was never a problem because there was never anyone there. But you know that they definitely had like escape routes. So how well maintained they are where they are, maybe not. But you could investigate or try and find out from Red Hoods as you get closer.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wouldn't know.
I can message Viper again tomorrow. Might be able to give us an idea of an entrance.
Yeah.
Can I
Sorry, go on.
No, mine's not important at all.
I just want to ask Alan about if he's ever come across this water witch
Oh.
from the museum, and if he'd have anything to combat her.
Oh, that bitch from the museum!
I owe her some payback.
I think we both do.
Mm-hmm.
No. So as you're going through and explaining, he's like, no, nothing that makes sense. Nothing that comes to mind. He does say that there was, so there was a bit of problem with some of the, I hope you don't mind using the term, but some pirate types that came in, and I think you guys might have been part of some of that shenanigans that happened with the pirates, but there's been some greater port presence from some external forces. I know that the Red Hoods were, well, as far as I could work out, Viper was kind of spinning a lot of plates at once. Pirates coming in and making the port life a little bit more difficult than we would have liked. The drying up of routes in and out, because with whatever it is that's going on, people are not trading as much anymore, and then you get these elves that rock up out of nowhere and start martial law in the whole of Redvant. Yeah, she was under a little bit of pressure, from what I could tell.
Do you have anything that might help combat this water witch? Or describe what kind of power she has?
He's like, let me have a think about it.
While you're thinking, just on the off chance, would you have anything that would make my, when I cast a spell, make it maybe harder for the target to resist?
That's mighty specific.
You know, just on the off chance.
Let me have a look.
Maybe it has gold. She could pay for it.
Oh.
While Galen's thinking, I glare at Zach. Feynman moves a little bit further away from the group, so she's kind of sitting on her own and she's just flicking through her wizardry things. And she points at Bomban and she whispers, testing, 1, 2, 3, as she casts a cantrip of message. Just while Galen's thinking.
Okay.
Now, does Von Van think this is telepathy, or does he think it's...
I'm making it very obvious I'm pointing.
I have contacted Von Von via the message cantrip in the past.
Would I have noticed that you've stepped away from the group and not thought that you were just sat right next to me saying this in my ear?
No. I've made it obvious. I'm like away in a corner on my own, pointing at you, saying testing, 1, 2, 3.
I will telepathically say back to her, what are you doing, Fabian?
Out loud, yes. And then I scribble things in my notebook.
Nice.
Just while Gallen's thinking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's drinking as well. Yeah, as he goes.
It's a very nice Dragon vodka.
It is a very nice Dragon vodka.
The bottle will be used up by the end of the night.
I'm sure it will if he's drinking as well.
Pretty sure we still have all those bottles of whiskey
in the bag.
in the
Yeah.
bag of holding.
I've got room to share as well.
Hallelujah. We're going to be drunk. Okay.
Give him the good stuff just in case he does ask about the scroll salesman.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what he might have. He has not got any more magical items, but he will have got a shit ton of potions and poisons from Al the Chemist.
Al the Chemist.
Oh, what a
I
prick.
forgot I had a shopping list for him.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
So yeah, he might
To
have.
be fair though, it
some
was all
stuff.
just to cast fireball potions.
Yeah, it was
and
mainly
stuff.
just cast
I can do
fire,
that,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah, no, there's not much on there. No, so he has a few potions. I don't think he's got anything as specific as that. He's got like some resistance potions, but that's just like giving you resistance to damage types. He's got water breathing ones, which he got from Al the Chemist. He has, in terms of dealing with, he doesn't have anything specific for you, Otter, but he does have some like blasting powder. If he's like, oh, if you want to set some traps and try and blow someone up, I've got some powder to blow people up if fire's not your trick. As well as a couple of basic potions of healing. So he has a few. He doesn't really, in terms of magical items, no, but in terms of different like salves and potions and lotions, he's got a fair amount of that. But
How much is the powder and the water breathing potions?
Blasting powder is 50 gold. And you might be able to get a discount because he's going to be drunk. And water breathing is under the same. Is 200 standard.
I'll take 2 blasting powder and 1 water breathing.
Mm-hmm. You want to roll charisma check?
Yeah. 14 plus 4, 18.
18, nice. So we'll take.
Wait, is that persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd still be 18. Yeah.
Nice. What did you say it was? 2.
2 blasting powders and 1 water breathing.
2 blast and 1 water breathing. Okay. So 300. Cool.
Any discount?
Yeah. Yeah, with an 18 as he's drunk. So yeah, he rings you up for 240 gold.
Okay.
And since he doesn't have anything specific like I asked for, I'm just gonna pull out from my bag the dragon mask with its depleted magic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna ask him if he's ever seen anything like this, and tell him it used to have magical properties, but it doesn't anymore. I'm not gonna tell him that I put it on, and that's why I look different.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the first time the rest of us have seen the mask, isn't it? Well,
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. See, he's like, can I take it from you?
Yeah, sure, have a look.
As he looks at it, he's like, no, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. It's like, I've heard. And he said it used to have magic, like, what kind of magical properties? Like disguise
I'm
stuff?
not entirely sure. It was when I was looking at it, I was trying to detect magical presence, and it was off the charts. And it's not anymore.
You see, no, you see he stares at it for a bit, and you see he just kind of like, it gets like a cold, like shudder. He's like, no, I've never seen this before in my life, but I mean, it's a beautiful looking mask. I'll give you that.
No problem. I put it back in my bag.
Seeing the mask, I get my mask from my my trusty belt, and I take it over and ask for him to have a look.
This is just your basic mask.
Yeah, this is just literally my masquerade mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say. He's like, I mean, I don't really appraise like masks, or he's like, did this have magical properties as well?
No, I just thought we were cool. We were showing cool things off. It's been a while since we've seen you.
I mean, thank you. This is lovely. You've done a great job of getting a masquerade mask. You going to a ball anytime soon? Hands it back to you.
I kind of almost lift my armor to the side to show the suit underneath.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's part of a set.
Very dapper indeed.
Right. Anyway, I'm gonna go back doing what I was doing, which was nothing.
Is the blasting powder the gunpowder black powder horn?
Oh no, if it's not in there, I'll have to add it. I thought I added it already. Should be on the blast powder. Yeah, so it's like 8 creatures within 5 feet of exploding pouch must make a DC Dex saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, I'll wait till you add it.
Yeah, so I'll add it, and then it's another one just to throw and blow, giggity. Just don't let me forget after. Nice. So he has that on there. Yeah, I'm just trying to look through the things he would have picked up on his way. Like, it has been difficult for him. So no, he's only got those. Potion of water breathing is fine, and then it's mainly resistances on, unless he has a poison. So the only thing he might be able to offer you, Zaga, as he's thinking about it, he's like, oh my god, some poisons potentially that could impede someone, but you're gonna have to get them to ingest some kind of poison in the first place.
I was wondering how to get them to ingest something else.
Oh damn! I mean, we got some exploding poisons. You know, ones that need to be inhaled rather than ingested necessarily. But that's the only thing I can think of. The the alchemist in Redvant, he's quite the master.
Oh, Al the chemist. Yeah. Maybe I can catch up with him. I haven't seen him in ages.
Well, as I can remember, he sent us on a quest to get the fire peas. We got some fire peas, so we should go and see him.
Did we get fire peas? I didn't get fire peas.
No, we did. We split them.
Did we?
You probably just sold them, Zaga.
I had 5, and I think you had 5.
Oh, in that case, I just forgot to add them to my inventory.
It was ages ago. We did
ages
nothing
ago.
with them.
You got them, and then we're like, oh, we're not going back to Redvant. Why, whoopsie. Yeah. But yeah, you can speak to Al the chemist, but I found loads of different poison stuff you can get hold of. Nice. So yeah, but I think Bo would asking some questions and bits about as much as he can on the elves, but what Gallon's giving you on the elves is you get the feeling from him. He's not holding. Well, you don't feel like he's holding anything back from you, and that he literally was like, I heard shit was going down. I just peace out. Like he's not an adventurer. He's not like, oh cool, there's elves here fucking stuff up. Oh, let me stay. He's like, nah, let me just get out of it now. I'm going to get out of it now, cut my losses, not made enough money, no one's buying stuff. I'll just hit the road and find somewhere else. So he's just picked up secondhand all this information about what's going on with the elves from the Red Hoods and head straight out for
I'll just mention to him briefly that the refugees are at Ulhearth as well, and that was our brilliant idea.
Oh, okay. So you evacuated the... Wow, I mean, so it's bad then. If you're evacuating the entire Borderlands into the big cities, and
it's getting worse.
Yeah, we've managed to move those that didn't want to stay. Obviously, there's still some people scattered around that refuse to leave.
And the government in the city there at Ulhearth, they're fucking useless.
Oh yeah.
Especially that general prick.
The Commonwealth, they look after themselves. I'll be passing through Ulhearth. I don't tend to, and I mean, no offense to anyone that resides there, but it's not great for types like me. difficult to get deals done. Get into the main merchants and get the hell out of there normally, because you never know what way they're looking. So I'm not surprised you have problems, but that's just the way that's the way it is in Orha. If you go to these big cities, they're full of big city shits.
It's a dump if you ask me.
Did you ever go around to like the where is it? That fucking Pompous, the where they have like those bars and they have like the near the
full of pricks.
Oh my god, I went there one time in my life, never again.
I can't believe people actually live there. And looks at Faywin.
Faywin doesn't notice because she's
she's still practicing magic.
Oh, Galen, actually. And I shuffle over to him. On your way back from Redvant, I don't suppose you went anywhere near Lake Morgana?
Oh.
Just on the off chance.
Lake Morgana's in a whole other country, dear.
Well, do you remember Andriel? You travelled down with her. She's not. You travelled down with her.
Yeah.
You introduced us.
You were taking her off on the next
to
part
Lake
of the
Morgana.
journey.
We were helping her to get there.
Oh, wow.
And she went there, but no one's heard from her since. And I just wondered if
Because she's dead.
I don't know if you heard from her or, because you helped her travel there. I just thought maybe you were still in touch. Maybe you've got.
Give
I don't
me
know.
a perception or insight.
18 on perception.
18. Galen's quite drunk. So as you're like asking the question, you can see that he's just like he barely remembers. Like he travels with a lot of people and takes money from a lot of people moving backwards and forwards. So he barely remembers them. The fact that he remembers you guys is probably pretty fucking lucky for him. As in, like, he'll remember faces that he sold to be able to redo a deal. But when it's like, oh, someone's moving across, doesn't care. What you catch out the corner of your eye is as you start mentioning Undriel, that some of the druids pay a bit more attention to the conversation.
Nosy bastards.
So yeah, as you start talking about her and listening, you can hear, you get the sense that like the shuffling and stuff has stopped, and as you go like with a passing glance around a fire, you'll see that a few of the eyes are on you as if they're actually listening. Bo's been in the conversation anyway, so he is listening as normal, but
And
a few
he'd
of the
know
eyes.
that I was asking about her. Anyway.
Yeah.
Can I clock which ones of the druids have looked up at that point?
Yes.
With my 18 for
Yes.
future reference.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
But yeah, he's like, unfortunately, I mean, if you got her there, then you got her there. That's great, but like I don't do much dealings with much down in the south. It's even worse than trading up here in the north with the free people.
I appreciate that, Galen. I just, no harm in asking.
No, I think I'll be passing through Orherf, see if there's any business to be had with our new little refugee friends, and then heading on to the Iron Hills probably, get some stock, see what they've got going on over there. If the blood caps are a little quieter, then I'll make it nice to travel over to the west coast. Yeah, he's giving you most of what he knows on the thing, as you guys can spend the evening. Does anyone want to? The druids and stuff can set watches here. You're on a road in the border forest, so there's never a 0% chance of problems, but you can leave them to do the guarding for you if you would like, as you take your night's rest.
Yeah, I'm already asleep.
Von, do you want to do half and half just in case? The long rest.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll also at some point go over to Galen and point at the hair and thank him for giving me the cream before for the hair.
He's like, I did notice. It's some good stuff, right?
Very good.
He's like, you wouldn't know it, but I use it to keep my hair silver. This color, it's selected. And after he goes, don't tell anybody that.
Secret safe with me.
Nice. Cool. As he will doze off to sleep as you take watch. Can you give me a perception check?
The Watcher Alps,
The Watcher Alps.
as opposed to the actual Watcher. 21.
I was going to say, I'm not rolling anything.
21 on one.
Sleep. 21, nice.
13 for me.
Who's doing the morning? Who's doing like the second half?
I'll do morning if you
Yeah.
want, because you were chatting.
Cool. So yeah, Von, what was yours, Von? Sorry.
13.
13. So it's a very peaceful night, and you're still in terms of a travel across. The map's on the screen now. The travel across, you've got 4 days travel, right? So you've made it a part of the way, but you're still not really deep in the border forest yet. So you're not expecting too much to go awry as you're in here now. As you have pretty good nights, pretty peaceful nights. The weather's nice. There's no rain. There's no wind. It doesn't seem that too much is changing for the next day as you hand off to Faywin. In the morning, Faywin, with a 21, you will definitely catch Galen getting up early to get out. He is like up at the crack of dawn. No hangover to him whatsoever, as he is like gets his horses ready, mounts up, and then kind of catches that you've that he hasn't managed to sneak out without waking you up, or without you already being awake, obviously, because you're on a break. So he's like, and he had a thing as well. Hang on, let me find the thing I want to do. It's called Power Word
Bible?
Kill. Have you got less than 100 points? He murders you straight out. No,
He directs it at Andrew.
Yeah.
I'll kill you.
You ask about Andrew again, girl, I'll kill you right here, right now.
Sorry for keeping the story alive.
That's not it.
Unlike Andrea.
I think. Oh, there's these little things that I can't find. We'll say he gives you. There's these like tablet things I have, which are quite funny, but they're like quells. They're essentially like anti-hangover tablets, but I can't find them for the life of me. So I'll just say that he gives them to you, and I'll remember the name of them after. As he kind of catches you, and he's like, he gives you something else instead. He's like, I didn't realise you'd be up. I'll be heading out here. Say good morning to the rest of them, and you like to say, look after yourself when you're in Redvant.
You're looking very fresh this morning, Galen. After all that Draco vodka, I would have thought you would have felt little.
I only need a
little
few
more tired.
hours. A few hours sleep for me. I'm a man that sleeps light on my feet. So he goes, these also help. He's like, some of these guys might need those. As he looks towards Zagaranota and like throws you a little thing, and it's just like a little like pack of essentially like Brennies. He's like, give them one of them in the morning. They'll be rad as rain. He's like, yeah, he will. He's like, you gotta sound like you're going into something a little bit messy.
Mm-hmm. As always.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun. He's like, you've been good for business, and hopefully we'll be good for business going forward. He's like, take some of these, because I've got no need from where I'm going. And he's going to give you 2 arrows. He's going to give you 5 arrows, as he pulls out just from like one of the back sections of his cart. 3 of them are, how many did I say? 5? 5. 2 are arrows of walloping. You won't notice till you get them, but you'll see them. 2 are arrows of fire, and 1 is an arrow of fairy fire.
Fairy
Fire, yeah.
Oh, I'm never using that one.
And he goes, hopefully these do something to help you on the way. I've got some extra stock of some fancy arrows, and I've seen that bow. I like to see it used to its full potential.
Thank you, Galen. It's very sweet of you.
Say,
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
hopefully they do. Look after yourself. As he like slow walks the horses out. You notice his cart as well, being like a big cart, as it gets pulled out, it's like well maintained and well oiled. It doesn't squeak or creak and stuff comes out. It goes out like fairly silently, like it's almost like a stealth car. It's very well made. As he gets out and onto the road, and away he goes. As the birds and stuff start coming up in the morning, as the rest of the party kind of wake. So as you wake for your second day, anyone that's used any spell slots and stuff, obviously you can just you can long rest if you need to replenish. But yeah, as you awake, Galen is gone. Faywin is up, keeping guard. And you have a new day in front of you. More walking. Can you give me D6 rolls, please?
3.
2.
6.
6.
1.
Oh, there's always a 1. Okay, nice. as you kick off for your second day of traveling. Are you planning to stay with the cart the whole way there?
I think so. Don't see why we wouldn't.
Yeah, there's no reason.
I want to go the most dangerous route.
I wanna die today.
Wanna fight?
Are we not flying to get there quickly?
We can.
I'm not big anymore. So.
Is there really any rush? Like, it's not like if we're like 30 minutes. World's
How many of them are there? The druids?
6.
They look like they can handle themselves if we were to.
Are they real druids?
They are real druid, but they are lower.
Are they unreal druids?
Yeah, they're like not far from.
No,
unreal
they haven't
druids.
got a chance.
So they could be okay. It all depends on what they might run into. But they are going, like, Bo's going to take them on the safest route possible. But they do have another 3 days travel ahead of them.
I mean, Barkskin's not going to do much for them, so.
Can they shapeshift into flying as well? Oh, I suppose they've got the car. They can't.
Yeah, they can't. No, these would be like that is higher, like a more trained druid skill.
There you go, Van. You are a real druid.
You're a real boy now. So yeah, it's up to you. But Bo's already said to you, if you want to leave, they're fine to go over there. Like they're trained and they know how to keep themselves set. Also, the things they're carrying with them as druids for this forward outpost base are like so stupid and basic. Like, you guys have the most expensive. So like, if you're going to rob anyone, someone's going to try and rob you guys because you have nice armor, nice magical weapons, shit ton of gold. The druids have like a couple of carts that are full of maps and like writing equipment and like provisions, and they probably barely have a pouch of gold between them all.
I could give them one of my sending stones to keep in touch.
Oh, you want to make it more of a target?
Well, because
They have some bottles of sending as well. They have some of the beacon in the bottle, so they can contact as well. They didn't give them all to you, but yeah, it's up to you. You can leave them and take a chance that they'll get there just taking their slow approach. Obviously, they now need to think about how they're going to get in the city as well. If they know that they're going to have to go through the front door with the elves, so it's really up to you guys. It's just so I know how many times I'm getting you to roll, because a shorter trip takes less opportunity for stuff to happen.
I reckon
keep walking.
druids from all Earth will probably have less issue with the elves than anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, Bo was part of that group in the elves
Yeah.
there anyway.
Yeah.
To start off with.
If we walk, could we do it like we fast forward time until we roll and something happens?
Yeah.
Can I just give myself a nat one?
He just wants to fight.
I'm gonna get one. If you keep saying Andriel's dead, I will use my new arrows.
I mean, it's Schrodinger's Unreal. Until you message her, you have no idea if she's dead or alive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need a message.
You
spell.
spin me right now, baby, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
have
don't know.
three
I'm happy
bottles
to
of...
roll.
Three bottles
Yeah, we
of
might need
Bitter
that though.
Let's not waste it on a dead person, right, shall we?
We'll see.
Or says she cares about her BFF, but she won't even use one of the sending spells.
Right, that's it. I use all three to send her a really long message.
They're in Zaga's bag. You'd have to ask her for permission.
Well, when he's asleep, I'll get them, and I'll send her a really long, like a long voicemail that no one's gonna listen to.
Don't we know that Zaga's very good at protecting things when he's asleep, though? Remember the booze he stole right at the start of the campaign?
I'm happy to walk. Should we all take a vote? Walk or fly?
Yeah, let's walk.
I don't mind, really. I'll just do what
Okay.
everyone else does.
Zaga wonders why we're taking the slow route, but if everybody else is doing it, then you'll do it.
Nice. In terms of provision stuff, what would have you guys? Would you have brought anything additional with you, or are you going to be eating what the druids have kind of provided for the?
It's the one spell our cleric does have.
I do still have all those rations that we bought before.
Yeah.
That, and if the druids are hiring us to do this job, then I'd assume they're feeding us.
Yeah, they've got basic provisions, and it's a lot of like dried fruits, dried nuts, dried. There would be very little.
No meat.
Protein.
No duck.
No duck.
No meat. If we're walking, at one point,
that's about it.
at one point when we're walking, I'd like to speak to some of the druids like individually, or just kind of like hang back and walk with them.
Mm-hmm.
Making idle chit chat, like, oh, so not how long have you been a druid, which is going to be my first question. Like,
Be
how
busy
long have
tonight.
you, yeah.
I'll be able to. Tell me finish.
How long you been part of this group? Just general chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
To try and make them like me.
Okay. Roll up, you're gonna have to roll a persuasion check.
I know.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Can do you want persuasion or performance? Sorry.
Persuasion.
I think performance would be more funny.
That is an 18.
18. Yeah, you get some good conversation back. Some of them are like a little bit young, so like they some of them answer the questions. A lot of them then try and go into a little bit more about their individual studies. You get left feel that the guys from the Ember sect, the fire guys, are a little bit more confident than the other ones. But yeah, other than that, you have enough conversation with them that at least they are like more open and having chats with you rather than just walking in silence.
Can Saga overhear one of these chats and
No.
just, butt in quickly?
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever wild shaped into a bear for an underground boxing match?
No. Why would we? What? Wild shape
I
into a
thought the
bear?
old druids did that. And I look at one bump.
You see if
Do
you
I
can-
overhear this?
Yeah, it's not quite. Unless it's
Overhear it.
not quiet. Yeah.
I say to Zaga, no, don't be silly. Only real druids don't do that.
You see them look at each other like a bear. It's a box. Bo looks back to him and says,
Eamon kind of
"You've
like
got a lot to learn."
shuffles them
Yeah.
forward because she's trying to progress the story.
You've got a lot to learn.
And I've just rolled an 18 persuasion. I'm not fucking losing it.
On not losing what? The story. Oh, you want to talk about Andrea?
Yeah. That's the whole
Oh,
point.
that's what
Now.
you're doing.
Oh,
That's
who's
what I'm
it?
doing.
I thought you were just
I'm not
making
trying to
friends.
make a friend.
You said
Who's
you wanted to make
Andriel?
friends.
Going over the same dead person's up for us story.
Oh.
We don't know in character if she's dead or not. And I'm role playing, which is part of the game. So,
I feel like Kins will
Hey.
find us and kill us if we don't progress the story with Undriel. So let's progress the
I
story,
just
Undriel.
want to know what happened. So for the ones that I noticed, did they all kind of notice or look up or go quiet or whatever when I mentioned her? Or was it a couple in particular?
It was the two of the earthen sectors, two of the druids that are the same as Bo.
Brilliant, the ones that aren't as confident. So with those ones, I kind of want to just be like, oh, so you guys can do like bark skin. Can you? That seemed pretty cool. Yeah, when did you know Andrea? We met her and kind of brought her back this way, and she used to do bark skin a lot.
Roll an insight check.
Oh, you've got bark skin in common.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's only a 10.
10. You see, like, one of them kind of like looks at you. One of them kind of stares back at you, working. The other one like flares at, like almost like flares the nostrils a little bit, like, what the hell? As I think Bo would turn around and say to you, I don't think any of us. Well, these guys are pretty new, so I don't think they would have known Andriel that well, but they know the name, definitely, Faywin.
Oh, really? Is she famous in the Earthen sect? Or
Well, I mean,
do you have any gossip?
well, I mean, you know, the main gossip is that she is missing, and yes, so I wouldn't be surprised if my brothers here are also aware of that said story, maybe for finding out what information, if that is what you're looking for.
Well, I don't know why you've gone all posh on me, but I'm just trying to find out more about my friend. That's all.
I could just heard your conversation, and I kind of thought you were digging at something. Andriel's disappearance or motives is definitely something that we are investigating as part of the plan. Unfortunately, all these guys here know is to listen out for the name. So
overhearing this, Tiger will say, "Hey, Bo, have you tried using one of those messaging bottles to speak to her?"
Yeah, we have made attempts to try and contact Andrea, but we have not had any success, as far as I'm aware, thus far. But
sounds like she's dead.
If she is, that's a problem because she has a lot of knowledge on the Death Bloom. So hopefully, she isn't. But there's lots of magical interference that could be at play here. We have no idea what we're going in for, which is why we have a plan to scout the Death
There
Bloom.
was a hag that tried to kidnap her.
She might be a tree in her real barkskin now.
Can I also
Tell
just?
you a hag tried to kidnap her,
I think you did. Yeah. He's got all of the notes. Yeah.
and then we murdered the hag.
Yep.
Can
Got all
Can
of
I
that.
also just remind Bo, out of character, that he liked that I was asking about Andrea before because he thought that I was getting information. He was like, "Oh, I don't want to ask him, but we'll see what we can find." And now he's got all angry at me to try and find out.
Yeah.
And don't like.
It's because you're okay. You can tell him out of character you don't like him if you like.
Yeah.
He more just heard your
Tell the DM
attempt.
to stop being sarky.
Is it not because everyone else knows now that you're having this conversation?
Yeah.
So whilst before it was, we're keeping it in the know. Now it's like, we're talking about it to the group.
Well, because I was hanging back and talking to them, but people kept turning around to ask about stupid stuff.
Because you're walking. If you're on a long walk and someone starts a conversation, most people just want to get involved in that conversation. Trying to
They
have
should
secret
all be
conversations.
chatting about stupid stuff like they normally do. And leaving
Well, we
people
were
to
chatting
be
about
good.
stupid stuff with the druids and bears.
Yeah. To be fair, they were.
Forget it.
That does check out. No, he is more. I would say he is more making you aware that post the conversation and asking Grom what's gone on, that now the druids they have been given the task to go and find out what's going on with her.
So me asking them, they're essentially thinking that I know something that they don't, rather than the other way around.
The reason that they would have listened is because they've been told to listen out for information, because one of their job isn't just to be a little recon box for you guys to report back to. They've got to do their own stuff as well. One of the things that they will be tasked at looking at is trying to find out exactly what happened to Andrea. Is what were the motives, because there's a lot of unknown movements.
If only someone had a staff that could scry on them.
That's still useful to know from him though, because as far as I was aware, it was kind of like I'm trying to get the information from there.
Yeah. But what
I
just
could
saying,
help progress that along for them. I could tell them she's dead.
you keep saying that. You saying that with
Can
like a knowing way?
Can we retcon that I got the silence spell from somewhere
Yeah, if you want.
that I could maybe cast on just one person?
You can use
Maybe like glue mouth.
You can, and then I'll
yeah,
just
you
walk
can use
20 feet over it.
Druidcraft. Druidcraft to tie his beard together, so he can't.
Great.
No.
Thank you.
But no, I think what Bo is just trying to hint at is these are not the people that are going to know. Younger, early wanderer druids are not going to be the ones that have the font of knowledge in Undriel.
But it
so
might
he's
have been
just
like
more
they knew gossip about
Oh,
her.
yeah,
that
potentially. But I think he was just trying to be like, they're not going to.
All right then, Bo. No worries.
He's trying to help you.
Okay, thanks, Bo.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, he's like,
You
"No,
got a
this
best
is-"
friend or?
I hear best friends.
Oh,
get in
don't do it,
trouble.
Bo.
You die, so it's not good. As you
I
guys-
was literally the one treating your first best friend.
yeah.
I know,
literally.
and I'll always love him for that, so I wouldn't mind being his friend
Look.
as a thank you.
Oh, you might be spending some time together in Redvant if you all don't die. As you guys can carry on towards the halfway point. So you get another day of travel ticked off. As you are now making your way more into kind of cutting across to meet Redvant. So Redvant, the main way in from Redvant is you kind of follow the river for a bit and then you kind of cut down in through the borderlands. Passing by, you wouldn't go near enough unless you wanted to, the temple you went to before, but you kind of cut across the borderlands to make it to the river point so you can get across to Redvant easy enough. So this will be your night, more of a night in the forest. You will need to find a place to camp. The druids, as they're looking around, they find what looks to be a suitable place to camp. There is a large, within the rolling hills, there's like a bit similar to where you were before, like a little bit of a cutout between the areas with like a really, what looks to be like probably like a huge tree that's fallen that has got grown over time. With moss and whatever else, so it looks very much dead, but it makes a nice big ridge for setting up a camp on the opposite side of. So as the druids come down and find this area, as it starts to get towards the nighttime again. So you are on day 2. So your day 3 will get you to the bridge, and day 4 will get you there. Yeah, cool. So this will be like your last night in the like Borderlands, because you'll probably be towards the river crossing that you stayed at before, with your last day travel to get into Redvant itself. So yeah, you get yourself set up and bunk down for the night. The druids put up their table, put up their camp as they did before. Get yourself set, get yourself nice and comfortable as you can set up for a wee break, because I'm going to wet myself. So yeah, as you make your way through the forest for another night, you get yourself settled by this camp alongside this large tree, and we will break there for a wee before the evening checks. Lovely. Right, I'm gonna find some shit.
Can I have a fight, please?
You want to fight? No, we're doing a non-campaign, a non-combat campaign. I've decided.
Ooh.
You can fight with each other if you want.
No, Lou.
I think Faywin will be very happy to fight you.
No, we should. Well, you never know. Fights can always happen around the corner. It depends what dice you roll. If you roll good dice, you don't get no fights. Or do you? So, you guys arrive. As you make your way, as the druids kind of pull in and start setting up this camp, you can see that, this tree is like a big, old, like must have been here for a very, very long time dead, but it's where it's been hollowed out and like animals will live in it. You can see burrow holes, you can see moss that's growing over the tops as well. As they start to set up the camp kind of like close to it, just so you've got a bit of cover and shade from the any weather changes that might come through. So you've got some wind cover in case the
Zaga feels uneasy at sleeping so close to the forest.
Yeah, because the forest. So this is less attached to the actual border forest itself, although it will in some way be attached. If you remember when you went up towards the temple, where you had to trek through some forested area there, the kind of forest reappears in multiple places. So the main border forest you're not actually on. You're more in that area of forest, although that's not to say that it doesn't have, as you know, when you went to temple, some kind of like death bloom stuff. But yeah, you're not actually in the main border forest. You're in this section is on this cut over. The reason you take the cut across is because where the river runs around the outside, there is this like foresty area that runs in the marshland, and you're kind of cutting along the edge of it on this bit. But yeah, just so you're aware, you're not actually at the border forest itself. But yeah, you can set up camp for the evening. You can see as the light starts to come down, the fire goes up. You can see that rising out from the tree itself, as then the nighttime nature comes to life. A load of fireflies appear, little specks of golden light that just raise up and start flitting about, fill up this entire area. And what's beautiful, you realise then, is like lots of bugs and mosquitoes and shit that fly around dead trees at night. As the druids are quite happy with this, but yeah, what's beautiful, you get the odd, like in the night, they're like, there's like flies can go past your ear, and you're like, you freaking bastard. As you settle in for the evening, can you all give me perception checks, please? In line with like the kind of uneasiness of trees, I suppose.
17. No.
16.
18.
22.
Oh my god. That's all pretty good. I think between you, as you're kind of just like checking out the area and you've seen the sky go up, you will see that there, on the far side, on your side of the tree where your camp is, you can see that there is a track. There's like a path that people have taken around the root of the tree. You've parked and come in from a distance and parked up, but along the front of the tree, you can see there was footsteps that ran away through and kind of disappear up onto the tree and round. And with the 22, like a little bit of a peek over the top and look at what's going on, you can see there looks to be the remnants of a camp, the opposite side of the tree trunk, where the footsteps kind of naturally run over to. There's like the remnants of like a fire that's been put out, some bags that have laid down, like a bedroll that's laid off to the side. I would say anyone that got like above a 17 would have seen all that additional stuff. Like 13 up, you would have seen the tracks and the footprints. But together, you would have pieced it all up.
The bags have been left and they're abandoned.
As you, yeah, kind of like with your perception check, essentially, you can see the fireflies have gone up. It's dark, so you might want to like get some actual light over there other than just these fireflies. But what you can see is, yeah, footsteps that led to a camp. The camp there, the fire is out, and the bags, they look to be just bags and the bedroll left there. But you can't see any people.
Does anyone want to check that out with me?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Maybe if we light it up a little and I'll check the traps just in case it's someone watching and trying to tempt us in.
Maybe if we're splitting up, we should, that sending stone we have, maybe we should distribute to the two different groups.
We're only going around this tree, right? It's
Yeah.
not. So no, we're not going to be doing that, Arta.
Yeah.
And you're
about 40 foot apart.
And I decide that I'm staying. Going with.
Can I send dancing lights over that way as a cantrip?
Yep. Nice to see
And
it as
then
you kind of
find trap.
yeah. So yeah, your quickest route over would be, and the tree where this tree is so dead. It's huge in like across as you're traveling across the like trunk of it, and the trunk not lengthways, the trunk widthways is probably like 25 to 30 foot, but it's sunk so far into the ground. You kind of like. It's not like you're climbing up over a tree. It's like a small hill you kind of crest over because this tree is sunk into the marshland as it's been dying. But it is a beast. So as you kind of come over the top, you send the dancing lights out. You can see exactly that. You can see some tracks around the camp, and then you can see a fire that had been lit but has been put out. It's only just showing ash and coals, and then there's a bedroll. There's a small like teepee tent, and a cup. And as you look, there's like a few bedrolls and a couple of bags set out. But
is it put out as in being put out a while, or it's recently? It's like still glowing.
You can go and investigate if you want to go up close to it. And looking at it from where you are, it just looks like a fire's been gone out. But you'd have to go and actually like test the heat to see.
So
Tiger wants to search the bags to see if there's anything about them.
Of course it is.
You don't want me to check for traps before you go head first into it?
I mean, that doesn't sound very Zago.
Well, I won't bother wasting a spell slot then.
Can I visibly perceive if there's any glowing embers before I go near it?
Give me from your perception checks that you had, you can't see any visible embers from it.
Okay.
From a distance of on the tree, and you're looking at like 20 from about 20 foot away. Yeah. Yeah, you can go up. Zaga going up.
If anyone wanted to cast find traps while Zaga was walking, that would be fine. Zaga's just not waiting for it.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to do that, please.
Cool. We mean the wording of find traps.
You sense the presence of a trap within range that is within line of sight. It's 120 foot range. A trap for the purpose of the spell is anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect that you consider harmful or undesirable, which is specifically intended as such by its creator.
You do not sense any traps.
No mechanical pit traps, glyph wardings.
No.
No floors that are unstable.
I mean, you're on a
Hidden
rotting
sinkholes.
tree, but it wouldn't be set up as a trap per se, other than wood tends to rot after a long time.
The tree wanted you to fall through the gap.
I set myself up as a trap. Now you are dead.
I will eat you now.
Go looting, Zaga. It seems to be alright.
I'm way ahead of you.
Nice. Give me an investigation check.
I think I'll just be keeping an eye out at surrounding
that
areas.
one.
I'll be keeping an eye on Zaga.
10.
10. You, with scout regard rifle through these bags. There's clothes in there, some like dirty, smelly clothes. Like the first thing you hit are like freaking laundry, pants and socks. You're like, oh, for God's sake. Get in. There's a couple of like basic rations you find. There's a water bottle. You would probably find 9 copper in one of the bags in like a small pouch. But as you're looking through, it just looks like travel arrangement, some provisions, some clothes, and a tiny bit of money.
Hey, no clothes here. I called out stupidly into the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I shout back.
Now that I'm up close, can I see any more tracks around here that look recent? Or
Now you see the tracks that are there. Give me. I suppose whether you would be, the best person to look for them. You can give me survival or investigation.
Right, investigation.
Investigation would be looking for signs of shit. Survival more just tracing how footsteps work.
22.
22. You can see that there are tracks here. You can see with a 22. You can see that they don't follow a pattern necessarily of just walking. You can see that there's tracks around the camp of looking like people are getting up and moving, and then what seems to be like a scuffle of like almost like a shuffling of feet in the floor. The tracks don't make sense. They walk, then there's a shuffling, and then that area the tracks would disappear. So it's like couple of footsteps, looks like some kind of kerfuffle because the footsteps are all over the place, all on top of each other, and maybe shuffling around a little bit. Like some of them are slides rather than necessarily hard prints, and then just like, boop, then they just disappear. Like there's where they went. They would have had to walk backwards to retrace the steps, but you can see that there's 2 sets of footprints that go into this that have this shuffle and then just disappear.
I want to get back on the tree.
Mm-hmm. Jump back on the tree.
Then I'll go back to the others and I'll say, hey, you remember that time I got dragged on the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we want to be careful of that.
Really? Why?
I don't know. There are footsteps and they shuffle around and then they just disappear.
Like they've been pulled under.
Well, I don't know where else they would go.
Maybe upwards? Gavin did say that there were flying patrols, maybe.
Has anyone bothered looking up?
Eowyn looks up.
See the sky?
Nothing in the sky.
No. Stars? Fireflies?
Nothing up there. So maybe you're right, Zoga.
I might sleep on this tree.
Should we go and tell the others just so that they're aware? See what they think. Maybe Bo has heard of similar things in this area before.
If you want.
I'll go back and relay it to the others.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's odd. Yeah, Bo Black. So they just... I mean, we know that the blood caps operate in this area, and if it's not a new camp, then looks like unfortunately without defense, some people have gone.
From the top of the tree. No bodies, no blood.
Kidnapping?
The footsteps just stop.
Well, we can keep watch for the evening, but I don't really like our options of trying to find somewhere else at this late hour.
Yeah, Zag has decided he's sleeping on the tree.
Mm-hmm. Rest of you?
We're going to take it in turns again,
we'll stop. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think I'll take the first one tonight, if that's alright. I'm a bit tired.
And I set up a hammock between 2 trees.
You could probably not necessarily between 2. Oh yeah, there's like smaller trees. A lot of them are like dead and motionless, but yeah, there would be enough around for you to set up a hammock if you want to stay off the ground.
Yeah, and I'm a pirate. I like hammocks.
I'm a pirate. I must sleep in a hammock. I mean, this is the first time I've done it in 35 days.
I'm just gonna stay on the floor.
Yeah, the camp. Yeah, the druids are staying by the camp as well. Nice, cool. So you do a bit of investigation, find nothing, and settle down. Who is taking first shift?
I'll do. No, I'll do second shift.
Okay, so I'll do first then.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
21.
21. Nice. So you have the first shift as the fireflies are up, as the night and the kind of the sun fully disappears and the night kicks in. The fireflies really shine bright in this evening as you get a full. The wind kind of like picks up a little. You get the full creaks and groans of this area. With 22, you hear out on the wind. You hear like the howling of what first you think is of wolves, but it sounds odd in some like it resembles a wolf cry in many ways, but in as many ways as it resembles a wolf cry, it also does not. In what you hear coming out and as it carries across the wind, the distance you hear it out, you think is like many miles away. The night and the wind is carrying stuff up from the forest, from deep south. But you get that eerie, that kind of chill of something non-standard, or maybe potentially mutated. Remembering back to the ducks that have been changed and the deers that you've seen and all these different animals and the different forms that they've taken. I think you actually saw wolves as well, didn't you, as part of the deer? As you hear that coming.
We saw some wolves.
Some wolves were attacking the deers. Yeah. So you kind of get memories. The closer you're getting to, back to the forest, kind of remembering the things that you've gone through before. That, as it comes through, kind of sends a chill in with the 22. Zaga, you're sleeping on the tree. You would.
Was this a bad idea?
Huh?
Was this a bad idea?
It depends on what you think is a good or a bad idea. You have taken an alert feat, which makes you very, very awake and maybe not having such a restful night. I would say you would hear the same like howls that come across, but also just this tree itself, where it's like so old and rotten, depressed. Like as you move, you kind of sink into it a little bit, but the whole thing creaks and edges, and then you can constantly you're just hearing like scratching from inside as there are countless beetles and animals and stuff that are moving in there before. I will ask you to roll initiative.
Brilliant.
Because you
shit, here we go again.
Yes!
I've got a +9 to initiative. I've rolled a 12.
And I rolled a natural 20.
In total?
Yeah, 3 + 9.
I rolled, okay, good. I rolled a natural 20, which is great. So as you are laying there and you're hearing this and you kind of hear the howl go off, the same time, Von, that you would like kind of hear the same thing and hear these creaks of movement, the bed that which you have made on this tree, you feel like the tree start to like almost like rock like a boat a little bit as a let me just check which one it is.
Is it just Zaga rolling initiative for now?
Just Zaga rolling initiative for now. Yes, as you feel a tendril reach up around your body. As you kind of move, you realise that you're getting wrapped as you just hear this voice say, "You've been destroying our forest." As you realise your arms and your legs have just started to be wrapped as you are grappled. You didn't take any damage this time round, but as you awake to it with the natural 20, they go first, and you are grappled. Von, you rolled incredibly high, so you are grappled but not silenced, Zaga. So it's up to you how you react in that. What was your initiative?
It was 12.
12. So this creature has gone first with a nat 20, and then you have a time to act. You are grappled currently.
I am very annoyed that I unprepared the freedom of movement spell, which would have let me touch myself and escape from a grapple easily.
Ah.
I touch myself.
But since I don't have that, I am going to use a free action to shout out, "Get the fuck off me, tree!"
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I still get to act?
Yeah. You still have. So you are just grappled. At the moment, you are just grappled. So you are prone and grappled. So what's happened as you've kind of been alert to the house stuff that's going on? You've heard the creaks, and then, as you're aware, with that initiative roll, it's just gone and wrapped you up as it's just been slowly preparing to cocoon you as it grabs you as you hear the voice. As you scream out, you feel like you getting pulled and stood up as you are. I need to zoom this in all the freaking way because this map is giant. As you are in the grasps of a treant. A large tree beast. How the treants come round again. As it says that to you and you scream out, it stands up and you realise that just like it was within this tree as it's just kind of lifted itself up, grabbed you, and is now stood on the tree itself as it moves out. You scream. Von, can you give me an initiative roll, please?
Do I get the opportunity to try and escape the grapple?
Yes. So you get your full action. I just want Von on the board.
Oh, okay.
21.
21. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
Which is funny.
Why is Arthur not on that screen?
Because he wasn't here when we had the fight.
Yeah, he wasn't here.
So I just turned it off.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being ill, everyone. I apologise that my immune system failed me.
You know.
I hope you can forgive me moving
Right,
forward.
Don't do it again.
We'll do it again. Nice. So yeah, that makes sense because Von will be on the next line. So yeah, you get your full go. I just want to get Von on the board.
Okay. Can I try and escape with Dex? Try and be slippery.
You can. Yeah, you can. I think whilst you are grappled. Yep. You can try and slip out. Yeah, you don't need strength. You can use Dex to try and wiggle out of its tendrils.
I'll try that.
Call them tendrils.
That's a 5.
5. That is not enough. DC 15 is the escape here, as you are held on. This is just yeah.
Rolled a 2 on the dice.
As you can hear, it's like, and I'd say with the scream out and then the voice kind of coming through, you would pick up a bit of the voice. In terms of map and board, like what you guys are camped around here. Otto is in a hammock, and Von, you are out on watch. So yeah, Von, you would hear the shout and then see out across as you see this like tree moving. As you then hear the voice come through of him saying, "You will not destroy any more of our forest." As you are still grappled. Von, you are up. Can everybody else? Well, if you're going to wake everyone else, they can roll initiative. But if you're not going to, Von, then they can't.
I would probably wake the others.
Why do you keep them asleep?
It's probably a good idea to wake the others.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh shit.
I got 14.
I also got 14.
Oh, we're 3 14s.
Which how do you want to do this?
I'll go
got
last
plus
'cause
2 to Dex.
I've got the least dex. I'm
Maybe
the least dex.
Faven me then. Arthur.
Fairwind, Arta, and then Zaga's on 12, and Von's on 21. Nice. So, yeah, Von, your free action is to shout to wake everybody up. And then you get your go. So you can see it's dark, but the fireflies are up still. As you can just see this creature up in the air as Zaga has screamed, and you can see that this tree is like sprouted out another tree. You can see the size of this thing here. That this tree, and whilst it is huge, is dwarfed by the size of the tree itself. It's like part of the bark has just lifted itself up and is now animatedly moving around.
I am going to... He's still got Zaga. He's still grappling Zaga, yeah?
Yeah, Zaga's grappled. So you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You're about 60, 65 foot in a straight line.
Okay, can I move full movement towards it?
Yes. What's your full movement? 40, 30?
35. 35.
35. That's right. 30, 35.
And
yeah.
I am going to cast Blight on the treant.
Wow.
Flight, as in flying.
Light.
Blight.
Oh, I was going to say.
Like potatoes.
Yeah.
I have a con save.
Yes, you can.
It should have disadvantage on it, I imagine. I guess it's classed as a plant creature, right?
It is. It is a plant creature. So that in the spell, it gets disadvantage.
Yeah, so if the target's a plant creature, it makes a saving throw with disadvantage. And also the spell deals maximum damage if it hits.
That is a plus 12.
That fails. So that does. Why my head's gone stupid for maths?
When did one of them learn a spell that damages people's gardens?
That is 64.
It's an anti-druid spell. 64
necrotic damage.
Nice. As you hit it with that straight away, it just roars out as you see like the fireflies move away as you just as the leaves shake, as you see around you like the ground almost like tremors with what's going on here, as you hear the creaking and moving coming from every direction. As you hear it hit this like one target Von, as it screams, the cacophony of sound comes from like a 360 review that will instantaneously give you like a shiver of like, oh, okay, like I hit one thing, but that was a lot more sound that came back at me.
I had a feeling he wouldn't be the only one. And then that would be me. Can't do anything bonus action wise.
Nice. Up next with that.
Actually, do you know what? I'll go into my Starry Form Archer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll use that attack on him as well. That's a nat 1. Never mind.
Nice. Up next is, with the nat 20, the Treant that you have just hit. It is going to...
Is he going to throw me at Von?
It might have to throw you at Von, unfortunately.
That sucks.
It does suck. Okay, cool. So it can only shut. No, it might not. It's going to move forward. So reach is 15. So it's going to be 4, 5, 10, 15. It's going to come to the edge of the tree and pull young grappled Zaga with him as it just as you see it just like towards you as some thorned tendrils are going to come towards you, Von. First one is not 13.
Does not hit.
That's not hit. And the second attack is, oh my god, that dice is going in the bin. That's another 13. 2 4s, not good for me. As it runs out with its hits you, tries to hit you with one, tries to hit you with the second attack and misses. It's going to use its bonus action to reel and you would have stayed where you were. It's going to use its bonus action to drag you towards it and wrap you up further. So you are still grappled. You are pulled closer towards the treant, but you are now also technically silenced. It covers your mouth with the bonus action with the vines. So you are essentially silenced in that way. As that is its go. Up next is a second treant that appears from around the corner, hearing the cry of the first. That was a good bit of initiative rolling by me. As it's going to 10, 15, come up to the edge of the tree here and try and get you again, Von. Come on, new dice. First one's a 2. Fuck you, man. Fuck it, that's much better. 24.
Well, that does hit.
So you miss 3 tendrils and finally get hit on the 4th one. Sweet baby Jesus. Come on, dice. I haven't rolled you. We haven't done combat in ages. Don't fuck me by rolling so low every time. As you get hit with this thorn tendril, this whip, you've missed a few of them. This one gets in. You can feel the thick thorns on the the branches of this tree here. That is 19 points of piercing damage. And you are grappled as well, but you are where you are. Nice. That is its movement and its 2 goes. It's going to use its bonus action to... you see it looks up towards the tree and it's screened with one of its it's got many branches and arms, one of its hands, and then just puts its fingers to the ground, and you see a bloom of flowers shoot across and run up as you feel like there was some healing ability sent to the first tree, the one that you blighted. Cool. Faywin, you are up next.
I'm not very happy about the situation.
I'm sure you aren't.
It's a grape.
I want to set one on fire, but we're in a forest.
Do it. Actually, not the one that's holding me.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one I was going for. I think I'll start by moving forward slightly.
Yep, how far slightly?
Kind of
15 gets you to there.
More.
20?
One more. Yep, there, please. And then I'm gonna. God, we haven't had this in so long. I can't remember where the buttons are. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do Hunter's Mark on the big one that was holding Zaga.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna attack. The first one's, oh my god, 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
Oh, I used my second attack. 24 to hit.
That does hit. It's a bit more normal.
13 damage.
13 damage.
And then my Hunter's Mark goes.
Oh yeah.
2 more damage.
2 more damage. Nice. As you fire in your bow towards this tree. And like full scale, these are just giant trees. Much like the tree you fought before. Big old trees that are huge in stature compared to you guys as you chase up on them. That's movement and action. Stay where you are. Anything else?
No, that's it. If I were to summon John, would we use that as an action? Because I was sleeping at the time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you hadn't had him out. Okay. Otter, and then Arta, you're up next, and then Zaga. So Otter first.
How close can I get to the big tree?
You jump out of your hammock.
That count as half movement?
5, 10, no, that's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20 gets you right up to it.
No, the one that's got Zaga.
Oh, the one that's got Zaga.
Without getting an opportunity attack from the other one.
You don't know how far it reaches. How far do you want to get around it?
I want to try and get within 30 foot of the big one.
If you went in a straight line, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you there. Yeah, which puts you just inside 30 foot.
I'll do that then, please.
Cool. Nice. So, yeah, you jump out and run your 30 foot, 5 foot damage. Nice. So, as you jump out your hammock and move, as soon as you step too far, you realise the 2 trees that you have attached your hammock to have come to life. And as you jump out and move, as you step outside, they're both going to take opportunity attacks to try and hit you with claws.
Are they treants as well, or are they just trees?
They are they are much, much smaller.
Baby ants.
They are treant saplings. They are minions as well. So reminder, minions die when you hit them. Minions have health, but essentially if you hit them, they die, and you can overkill them if you get them in like cleaves or in lines and stuff. But you've seen 2 of them. So yeah, the first one swipes at you for a 17.
Misses.
Ooh. Next one's a nat 20.
That definitely hits, but it's adamantine plate, so...
So it's not a critical. It's 5 slashing damage.
Okay.
It rips your adamantine plate off and then hits you again. No. It's a tiny attack. Okay, cool. Yes, as you step out of there, these two you see are treats as you run. You're like, whoa, as you get one misses, one gets you in the back, and then you can make the rest of your movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, so you are within 25 foot of the guy.
I'll use bonus action to cast Hexblade's Curse on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will also cast Blight on it, so I need a con save.
Look at you guys. I picked a spell. Can't wait till you go and fight the elves, which are... oh, shit. Oh, your hex doesn't work. Con save. I'm assuming with disadvantage again.
Yeah.
2 7s, so probably not going to be high.
64 plus the 3 from Hexblade's Curse, so 67.
Nice. 67.
Yeah.
Easy. 67. Nice.
Naga wonders why everyone's pissing off the tree that's got him wrapped up.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. That's your movement. Action. Anything else done? Arta.
Okay, I want to move 10 foot to the north. Yep. And then...
That was it. That's my go.
And then I want to use some new tech. The Thorn Whip is coming out, baby. I'm like Indiana Jones.
It's my time.
You have a line to say as well.
I haven't been sent the lines, so I
hasn't
don't know
found it yet.
I haven't found the lines yet. I haven't recalled the stories of my youth.
Oh, right, I see.
Don't give him too much fun in one day. Gotta save the fun.
It wouldn't be fun for anyone else. So, what I'm gonna do is, let me read what this does. I'm going to use a bonus action to extend a charge on it. Where the hell are the charges for it?
I think you have to click
Yeah,
into
boxes on the item
Yeah,
itself.
it's on the actual item.
It's not.
No,
I see. Yeah, no, I found it. Don't worry.
really
I just don't know how D&D Beyond works. Okay, so I'm going to add 25 feet to my range when to my reach when I attack with it, as well as determining my reach for opportunity attacks until the start of my next turn. In addition, the next time I hit a creature with the Thorn Whip before the start of your next turn, the creature takes an additional 3d6 piercing damage. So basically, if they go out of range, they take an additional 3d6 if I hit them.
Yep.
With the opportunity attack, but I've got to hit them first anyway. Okay.
Don't kill my babies. My baby trees.
That's my turn.
Did you put it roll?
Oh, can you not make the attack on the same turn?
No, he can. He just
No, I can. I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
He hits himself instead.
He's like, I got this. I've seen it in a whip. Have you ever tried to do it like whip a whip? It's fucking more difficult than it looks. Like,
Do you want me to tell the worst thing is I get a +8.
Yeah, he's fucking good weapon.
Cracks himself in the back of the head.
That's a shame.
Let's charge one.
But you have got your opportunity attack range is what? 25 foot.
I think it only works. Hold on, let me reread it because I think it only works for them.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Just double check.
When I attack with it, as well as determining your reach for opportunity attacks until I do have extra 25 feet.
Yeah, you get an extra.
And it says, in addition, the next time you hit a creature with Thorn Whip before the start of your next turn. So yeah, no, I do have 25.
So if they move, you still have the opportunity attack range.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's just the extra damage doesn't happen for the main attack. It's just the opportunity attack afterwards.
Perfect. It's cool, so remember that, because anyone that moves quite far from you, we have to be careful of now. Zaga, you are up. You are grappled and silenced.
Yeah. I guess I have to try escape the grapple again.
You can just stay in the bosom of this tree if you want.
I haven't got anything I can do with being silenced. I could attack it, but I think I'd be better off. Would I be better off? Because then it will just attack me on his next go anyway. Which is next, I think. Maybe I will just attack it with my sword.
Yeah? Yep. Good old grapple.
That is actually in that 20.
Oh, I've got adamantium bark, so
So that is 13 points of damage, plus an extra 10 necrotic damage, and I get 10 temporary hit points.
13 minus 10, plus you get some points. Oh, yeah, you can feel this is not feeling great. With the tree and its
Is that the rose blade? Is that the rose blade thorn?
This is Rapier of Life Stealing.
Life stealing.
So when I get a crit, I get to do 10 extra necrotic damage and get temporary hit points.
It just sounds similar to the one I used in the one shot with my rogue.
I don't know. It was this one you actually made up, Herb?
No, I think this is a standard one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bonus action? Do I
maybe.
bonus action? I can't do healing word. I can't say anything. Yeah, no bonus action.
Okay. So yeah, you stab in. You can feel this tree and it's swaying with like, the damage is going. The necrotic damage has been smashed. It's been smashed with like 150 necrotic damage, pretty much. So it's fairly fucked up.
20 points just there, yeah.
As up next are the opportunity attacks were done, but the two minions. So how funny opportunity attacks if they leave. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These two are not going to get there. There are 10 minions that these trees, all as this second round happens, all start moving to attack. 2 of them that are, I'm going to have to go around the board, top to bottom, because none of them have been hit yet, are going to move their full Fate Foot, which is good.
Do these all move on the same turn?
Yeah. 5, 2 are going to charge up and take attacks against Arta. One's a 4 on a dice, one's a 2 on a dice. Both D&D.
Miss.
Fuck me. How have I retired 4 fucking D20s already out of my pool of 16? Next 2 are going to go for Faywin. Unfortunately, they're not going to step outside your reach because she is close enough to go for. They've got like a decent plus to hit as well. That's a 14, Faywin.
Miss.
The second one will hit though because 18 on the dice plus a lot, so 20 something. Nice. You take 5 points of slashing damage. These 2. 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, nice. They've got enough foot. They're going to charge towards Otter. They're going to take attacks against you. One is a 16.
Misses.
And the other one is a 24.
Hits.
So you take 5 points of slashing damage. And to be fair, whilst you two are grappled, these 2 are going to come for you as well and do the same thing because the other 2 are done. One is 18.
Meter beats it.
And a 24 again, so you take 10 points of slashing damage. That one will just make it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. You are fully surrounded by them because you are the only one that's not grappled that's close.
Bring it on!
Another natural 20, which is cancelled out by your stupid armor, which is annoying, and then another 24. So you take another 10.
Another 10, yeah.
You are around. You can
I
feel.
I sold that armor when I had it.
I don't know. It's fucking deep stuff.
It's done me so good over the campaign.
Oh yeah, these ones aren't so bad, but yeah, when you get hit with some big ones, so you can feel that that they are around. Like whilst they're there and they've clawed you, they are providing essentially like these just thorny barriers that are nearby that are with. As you move around,
move past them.
You can move past them. You have to. It would take double movement to push past, but yeah, you can feel that that's just what they're doing. That they have when they're close, they can provide like if you get hit and move around. If you were to like get knocked slightly backwards, you're going to take damage from them being thorny and around you. So yeah, they are doing something by being around you. But obviously, if you try and move away from them, they will obviously will get opportunity attacks as well, unless you do your thing. That is all the minions. Von, you are up, top of the round. You are grappled, but not silenced.
Not silenced. I can still do spells and everything. Okay. Then looking around, seeing Dagger grappled, me grappled, then all surrounding Otter. How How far's 30 foot from me towards Faywin and...
You probably are 30 foot. 30 is like here.
Okay. I see anyone in the close vicinity grappled or surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to close my eyes and let out a psionic wave across those nearby.
Ooh. Within 30 foot, so you're going to get Otter and...
It's a 30-foot radius for creatures of my choice, so I'm going to obviously avoid Zaga and Otter.
Okay, cool. Ooh.
It's a intelligence saving throw.
Glad I'm not
Freezing
concentrating.
dumb.
Yeah. Intelligence saving throw. So, nothing to intelligence. Okay, so the one that's holding you gets an 18.
That passes.
The one that's holding Zaga gets a 10.
That fails.
Minions. Oh, 9. Fucking hell.
Are you going to do them individually or are you going to do them as
I'm
a
gonna
group?
do. Well, I mean, there's 10 of them. There's too many of them.
I mean,
there
to be honest,
not
they're all
do-
going to die because if
Does
they
it-
get hit,
does
they
it
die.
half?
Right? It's half damage if it fails, so they're all going to get hit anyway.
If it's full, oh yeah, they will do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. What's half damage?
It's 5d8 full damage.
Okay.
So
the big one succeeds. The one that's got Zaga fails, and the minions succeed or fail, depending on the damage, will kill them.
right. Get the
7 takes damage from an attack, or as the result of a failed save throw. Oh, so they'd only fail if the damage. I need to know what the half damage is.
So full damage is 23.
Yeah.
So half damage would be 11.
11, yeah.
Ah, okay. So I do need to roll for them because it's not going to be enough. If they fail the saving throw, they die. If they pass it, it goes on. If the damage is enough to kill them. The big one though does release Zaga as it is killed. Yeah, hex thing.
I got 11 back.
Nice. As the tree, you hear it cry out with a wave as it falls backwards. As Zaga, you were just like, oh, but luckily you were like not held up in the air. As you feel the vine holding you in your mouth loosen as this tree dies and falls back into the tree itself.
Oh, thank God, I can talk again.
Oh no, I've made a horrible mistake. The other one takes 11, and then okay, so they need to roll above 10s to survive.
Take
One.
solace in the silencing for a while.
No, it's 11's the save.
11. I thought you said 11 was half
Yeah,
damage.
see it. Oh no, sorry. It's a
11 is
have to
also
roll
the save.
11 on the. It's the save, yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 1 and a 2 for the first two. Fuck my life. 17, a 13. They got nothing to these. A 19 and a 6. Cool. So 3 of them go down. Nice, you've rolled your Psionics as well. Cool. Perfect. That's your go.
I still got my bonus action, so I'm
Yep.
gonna use my starry form. Well, will it be a disadvantage on the one that's grappling me?
No, grapple just stops you moving. It doesn't. I don't think it does anything. We've always looked at grapple as the shit one.
Okay.
Just the range if it's too close.
It's
Yeah.
still a ranged attack because it's not dragging me right next to it, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's just got you on like a vine.
So that's an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That is 11 radiant damage.
11 radiant damage. Nice. It is. It's go. So it's going to reel and wrap you for its bonus action to start. Pulls you 10 foot closer to it, so you are right alongside it now, and you are silenced after that. Although I don't think it's going to help a psionic blast. As it's going to look down at Otter and go for some tendril attack. Let me move. Boop. There you go. Now it will. Oh my god. Fucking 4 on the dice. Fuck me. I'm not going to play D&D anymore. I'm done with it. Stupid shit game. Second one is 22.
Cutting words.
Ah, you motherfucker.
I was about to bend luck.
I'll try the cutting words. And
Yeah,
that's
okay.
a 7 off the attack, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't hit.
Oh, that's 15, so doesn't it?
That's another dice in the dice bin. Let's just go with it.
To be fair, you got 22 with that one. So.
I mean, yeah, it was a good roll.
Well, I only got one roll. I've got +8, +9. +9 to attacks, and I've hit like 3 times. Fucking annoying. I've used my bonus action. Sweet, that's its go. Can I use my bonus action to attacks? You dirty bitch. Fabian, you're up. You have 2 on you. Oh yeah, I forgot the minions are still alive.
Dirty bitch, Faye, when you're up.
I'll melee them with my bow.
Whack away, Jim.
23.
That definitely hits. So you'll be,
Just-
one will definitely go. You'll be looking for over damage. But these are quite
Okay.
strong minions.
It's 6
6, okay.
damage. Oh no, wait, hang on. 6 plus 5. 11
11.
damage.
11, nice. So that's it. Kill one. You knock and you shoot, smash into it. It just shatters this brittle tree and sapling into the twigs for which it was grown.
Ah.
You baby
Okay, I'll
Groot.
hit the other one then, please.
Nice.
22.
That hits. There's only one around, so that'll kill it.
And that's 10 damage.
Nice. Any damage kills it as another one goes down as you. 2 of them go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for my counting because I didn't delete the ones that Von bullied. Nice. So that's your attack. You are free for movement now because there are no treants around you. Or bonus action.
I'm annoyed she killed them. I was going to do a spell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bonus action I'll use to, because the tree that had the hunter's mark on it died, I'm going to use it to move it across to the other one.
Nice.
Hunter's mark's concentration, by the way.
Oh, yes. Good spot. Otter.
I will use my bonus action to use second wind and heal.
Mm-hmm. Nice fighter.
And I use my action to cast Shadow of Moil on myself,
Oh,
which is
fuck.
concentration.
Is that the annoying one where it does like cold shit?
It's the one that's necrotic if I get hit.
Okay. Nice. Stay where you are.
Yeah.
Arta. You got 2 right up in front of you.
I'm going to cast a spell that I've been wanting to cast for the longest time, but everyone always stands too near me, so
Is it blood?
I'm going to cast Thunder
Thunder.
Wave at level 3. Can I have 2 con saving throws, please?
You
Or
can.
can I have con
Roll.
saving throws
You need-
that are relevant?
Yeah. Natural 1
Perfect.
and an 8.
Both fail.
Where's my
Can
gold
you
dice? Get the gold
can you
dice.
please take? Hold on, let me just click the Channel Divinity button.
I mean, they both fail, so they both will die.
Can you please take 32 points of damage?
Okay.
He just wants to do the 30.
He just wants to do the 30 points damage.
Yeah,
I think
Unless
that's
you die
a
with
bit
1 damage.
overkill.
There's just a loud ringing, and then you see me, my cape billowing behind me.
Mm-hmm. As you just
I-
use thunder to shatter these beings out of existence.
And
And I have
everybody
a-
else in the party looks on and thinks, was that necessary?
I have a look around to see if anyone's watching, and if they are, then I get my cape. No, actually, my cape's.
The
billowing
druids will be watching
regardless.
because you are right near the camp where the druids are like sheltered behind. They wake
I'm
up.
gonna
see you.
slowly. I'm gonna, as part of my bonus/free action, I'm gonna look over my shoulder and give them a wink.
You hear one of them
I'm
go,
gonna strike like a superhero pose.
yeah.
As Arta was in like the camp there,
Mm-hmm.
did he get any of the druids with it?
No, Thunderwave shoots out in a.
It's 15 foot.
No, you'll probably knock over one of the tents.
Perfect. That's even better.
As you,
Perfect. It creates a show.
Yeah, creates a show. You wink at them. One of them goes.
Well,
Maybe he's the
actually,
watcher.
the tent would have been pushed back 10 foot because
Would've
it
been
got
pushed back,
hit.
yeah.
because it would have failed.
You've ruined one of the tents. Yeah.
Am I going to do anything?
You just did
Yeah, I'll move 30 foot closer to the big tree.
Fingernails.
Just like diagonal.
straight as you.
Just like cool, like running on the tree branch, the tree root.
I like it. Oh yeah.
Like Naruto style.
Exactly. With
My
your
hands behind my back.
With your thorn whip in your cave. I like it. Zaga, you're up. Free
how
from the
close am I to the tree that's got bomb?
real far. 5 foot.
Okay, it's got a 60-foot range, so I'm going to cast command and just say release.
Ooh.
Can I have a wisdom saving throw?
Ooh. Why do I not get any bonuses to saving throws? Well, I've got the gold dice out. This is definitely weighted towards 20s. Come on! It's a dirty 20.
Yeah, that is a pass, so no action.
I'm only using this gold dice from now on. It rolled too many 20s before, so I put it away. I'm getting it back out. Fuck this shit.
Do I want to use a bonus action? How's Otter looking, surrounded by three?
Oh, it's fine.
With the shadow more, is that the invisible one, the darkness one? Sorry, or is it?
Unless you've got like true sight or blind sight, it gives you disadvantage.
If you what?
Unless you've got like
unless
any form of true sight.
No, I just mean if he's looking at you, if he can't, if you're obscured, then he can't see how you're doing, apart from your shadowy fuck.
No, he wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. So you just be looking at him. He just looks like he's doing his weird shadowy, black.
I can't do healing word anyway. I've realised because it's a second spell.
Otter's alright anyway. So.
But I will just cast a cantrip at the big tree that's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I'll cast a cantrip at one of the three little ones that's surrounding Otter, and I'll just do vicious mockery. So insult them for being tiny trees and not big trees.
Little twig bitch.
Saving throw from one of them.
Wisdom saving throw. Go on, be wise, little trees. That's a 14.
That is a fail. So 7 psychic damage.
7. That is enough. As one of them runs and cries as a plant.
And I will stay where I am for now.
Oh, there's only 2 minions left. Sweet baby infant Jesus. Poor little trees. Right, they're just going to go for Otter. I've got nothing better to do, and they're going to die when they hit him. One's a dirty 20.
It's
And one's a 10.
fails.
So you take 5.
Yeah, and I'll roll 2d8s.
Doesn't matter, that's only damage, they die.
Not very good. 3 necrotic.
Oh, it doesn't matter, any damage kills a minion. One dies, but one stays alive. That's great. It's not a pulse, is it? It's just against the one that hits you.
Yeah, just if they hit me.
If you got hit, though, do you not have to roll concentration on the Shadow Moil? Or is it not
Yeah, I need to do that, yeah.
Okay.
13 plus
Nice.
3.
Yeah, because you only got 5 damage. Perfect. That is the minions go. Von, back round to you. You are grappled and silenced, so no verbal spells.
What have I got that's not verbal?
Almost nothing if my spell list is anything to go for.
Yep. Silence is the real dick.
The only one that's not verbal on my list that I saw was Counterspell, funnily enough.
Oh.
But in this fight, useless.
Yeah.
I am going to.
You don't know that. They can cast spells. Speaker of plants.
I am going to use my primal savagery to bite the plant thing that's trying to cover my mouth.
Motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, that I need to get rid of that dice and that one again.
Oof. Welcome to the club, baby.
Is the Starry Fall March of verbal? I don't think it is. I think it's just part of. Doesn't no? I guess it's not a spell, is it? So it's no component. So yeah. So I'll just use that, and I guess now it will be with disadvantage, won't it?
If you're doing a range spell at at close range. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? Another dice I got on that one. I rolled a 19 and that one on that then.
Let's hope you've got another 14 dice.
I've got plenty of dice.
Dear Dungeon Master.
I just have a nice little dice shout that just gets separated slowly. The gold ones stay in. Nice. That's unfortunate. I'm happy about it though, I'm not gonna lie. Now, do I try and kill you?
I mean, at this point, that tree's got to be getting pretty desperate, right?
But if I can just...
You just grapple another one.
All other creatures within... Hang on. Oh, even better. Can I get you? How far are you?
Too far.
You are just a little bit too far. It's going to step forward just one step, and Von, you feel as this you can hear this tree just like crying in pain as it's just seeing its two of its saplings get obliterated by a thunder wave, like the sonic wave kill a load of them. The big tree and go down as it just whips you forward and just spins you around as you are being swung around like essentially a tennis ball on the end of a string. Yeah, a fly ball. As you are swung round, each creature grappled by the treant takes 4d12, and anybody within 15 feet, which is I can only get Otter and Arta. Can you make dexterity saving throws, please?
Okay.
Which one's the d12? It's the one I accidentally rolls the d20 all the time.
Oh, that's not good. 7.
7's a fail.
Can I just ask, with my Shadow Moil,
Yep.
the reaction to this, would it hit Von or the tree, or both?
Doesn't it have to be? Does it say melee or spell attack?
It just says hit with an attack within 10 feet. Creature within 10 feet.
It's 15 foot away.
Okay, I'm just asking, would it be Von though, with him being...
Not normally, because he's the projectile of the attack. Otherwise, I could say you did it against the arrow rather than a thing, so we'll let off. I rolled badly on the thing. What was your dex save, Arta?
16.
16 is a fail as well.
Boo.
All creature don't make it. Dex save or fail save. Creature takes per creature damage. This way got good because I can do even more damage to you guys. Okay, so you all take 22 points of damage. I rolled 2 1s on my damage dice. Ooh, nice.
I don't have my keyboard. Hold on 2 seconds.
No, you can't do it then.
No, I need to open up the accessories. Where is it? Where's the Windows accessories?
I rolled a dirty 20 on my con save, but...
oh wait, it's a dex.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah, no, it was a dex save for that. Yeah, it was con for you.
Ease of access. There we go. On-screen keyboard.
Did a 90 lesson.
22 damage. Oh, it makes noises. Don't like that. Yeah, Hellish Rebuke. As my reaction.
Am I still grappled or
You are not grappled. You are flinged to there. As that is, it's.
Can you make a save for me, please? Hellish Rebuke. I'm just trying to find it. That's too many spells. Dex save, please.
Dex 13.
That's a success because it's only 11 for that because stupid charisma tieflings. Because for some reason no one makes cleric tieflings.
Why not? No, do you?
Yeah.
Lols.
I mean, they are hellish rather than divine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna take half damage. Let me roll.
I'm waiting with bated breath. Fabian, you're next.
22 halved, so 11 points of fire damage.
With it being fire damage, does it do anything else?
Give me a perception check.
Is that a 6 or a 9?
Either way,
That's a 6. That's a 10.
Doesn't look good for you. Don't look like it does anymore. Doesn't seem to like hold on to the tree in any way.
I just wondered if the whole forest was going to go up.
No, not unless you want it to. That was its move. That was its action. Is it's gonna? Cool. Faywin, you're up.
Oh dear me.
Oh dear.
Oh, dearie me.
It's just that big one up, right? And then the little
Yeah,
minion
there's one little minion, yeah.
Don't worry about the little one.
I'll go for the big one. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
8 damage.
Yep.
Plus,
That's your,
yeah, I've got. I'll do that. The next one is only 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
So Hunter's Mark on the 1 was 6.
6, nice. Not bloodied yet. This thing's still looking pretty good.
Yeah, this one hasn't been blinded, does it?
It has not. Stay where you are.
Yeah.
Otter, you up?
Can I just check? The druid's still just standing behind us.
Yeah, they're watching.
They've all got bark skin on.
Yeah, just put basket
They've
on
got
the stand.
basket on and they're stood there
So
holding
cute.
spells.
Okay.
They're looking pretty shocked that you're just blowing up trees for no reason.
Can I skirt round the minion towards the big tree, please?
Yep.
And I will roll attacks against the tree.
Don't touch my tree.
Not likely to. 16.
16 just hits.
Ooh.
They're a big tree.
Not the most agile creature.
11 slashing for the first one.
No, I'm a big tree. I sound like Faywin.
Oh, no.
Hey!
It's now baned.
Oh, is it? I didn't agree to that.
The
What,
theme of
just because you hit it?
Yeah, the theme of the fiend thing.
Stupid fucking new magic items. Nice.
Second one's a nat one, so no.
That's a crying shame that you've missed that one.
And then
We'll get
a bonus action to dual wield.
Nice.
That's not going to hit because that's going to be a 14.
That does not hit.
That's good.
Arthur. You're up and then Zara.
I'm gonna run in close. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, hold on. What deal with changing weapon?
No,
I've
we're
got
just
two now.
fine. Just do it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna run in with my hammer and try and go for a seven.
Oh, you're not going to throw it?
No, I'm gonna melee attack it for reasons. So if I
Melee
hit, we'll
attack
find
it.
out.
Ooh.
Which I won't do because that's an 11.
Not that I hate to see you guys miss, but fucking I'm glad you are because I lost a whole character to missing mod.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've only got 2d20s, so I can't
you
chop
can't.
and change them like other people.
Sounds like a you problem. Get more D20s.
If I used the Thorn Whip, I still would have failed, so it's really not an issue. Oh, the Thorn Whip's got a 10-foot reach. I didn't even read that before.
that's
That's
a whip.
amazing. All right, Indiana Jones.
I
calm
whip my
down.
hair back and forth.
I can't do anything else, so
Run
that's
up,
me.
swung,
And I
missed.
will take the damage when I take it.
Nice, Zaga.
Zaga is going to, if in doubt, cast Dissonant Whispers on the big tree. Can I have a wisdom saving throw?
I fucking still hate this.
Minus a D4.
Minus
Oh,
D4.
because of the Bane.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty good wisdom. No, I rolled that one. What's the point?
Ooh, does that mean we get opportunity? No, we can't get opportunity attacks.
No,
Just
it's-
whispers, can we?
No.
We have ruled no, we cannot.
Yeah,
but
that's
that's
fine.
9 points of psychic damage, and its reaction, if it has one, to run away.
Does it have reaction? It does. Yeah, because it has to run away in the like. Good.
Away from Zaga.
Away from
By
Zaga.
by the safest route possible.
Yeah, which is away from you fuckers. Oh my god, it's massive there. Nice. It's running away. A fucking worst spell in D&D. Nice. Up next. Bonus action or movement?
I will move closer to the rest of the group. Maybe 20 foot.
Yep.
And then I will. Who's up next? Do I know who's up next?
Minion. The last minion. And then Von. Start around.
I'll just use my bardic inspiration to G up Bon Bon by telling him he looks very emo today. So he gets an inspiration though.
Nice. Von, you have bardic inspiration.
I will pick my fringe as he says that.
anime sounds happened. Yeah. I got a 5 on the minion, so he does not hit. Von, you're up. My gold dice is letting me down.
I am going to...
Yellow dice. The one I hate most in the world. Welcome to the party, pal.
I'm going to probably heal myself, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Just
to
a
use
reminder,
second...
you can use the inspiration dice to top up the heal as well.
Ooh.
Oh, can I?
That's a fancy.
Okay.
You could also ask loudly for the healer in the group to heal. Oh wait, you are. You're asking yourself.
Yeah, I am the healer.
One is the healer, yeah.
I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 2. And then add the inspiration onto it as well. Was it D8? So?
Yeah. Look at this over here needing healing. Well, Zaga's got more HP than when he started the fight.
You're lucky there was 2 blights.
I'm very lucky.
Free spell attack did 150 damage.
Then I am going to... How far away is it from me?
The minion's really close. The other one is quite far. About
It was in
40.
60.
Yeah, it's within 60.
Okay. I'm gonna do a frostbite on it then. The con save.
Yeah, nice.
Can I bend luck? to
Minus
reduce
D4.
that? Oh, you're already doing.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you can as well,
It's
yeah.
already baned, so... You can as well, probably.
So it's a
I know you really want to use it.
dirty
I
20.
really want to use it.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20. So
30.
that is you would assume it's going to succeed.
So yeah, that's...
Is that with the D4?
That's with the D4.
And what about another D4 taken away by bend luck?
It doesn't matter. There's no point in using it.
Fine, just want to use my bloody shiny.
Be like shit, just
face
want to bend
shard.
Mm-hmm.
I will use bend luck before the end of this fight.
Mhm.
Does that take no damage then if you try and frostbite?
Yeah, it's only a cantrip, isn't it? So
Okay.
yeah, no damage.
I honestly despise the Silent Whispers. It makes the combat I think with the forcing of the running away and with the death around it, the 1 minion on the board, the treant is likely going to try and get away. So it will use its action to dash into the woods, and you can hear it as it calls as it's speaking. Does anyone?
Awen probably speaks tree.
I can learn languages.
If you'd have to cast it, though, right? You just have to.
Ritual cast it. I just assume I do it anyway. But it's up to you.
It's speaking. Yeah, it speaks in Druidic as it's running
I can
out,
understand that.
calling out. Yes, you understand. As it's calling out to its to the animals and the plants of the forest, as it's running deeper away from you guys. As you see, like behind it, thorns and trees start to ebb up and move and come across, as almost like not in a defensive way, but not in a way that's going to create different terrain, but in a way to in the night of the sky, as you see it running away, you can see that it's trying to build a cover to hide itself from, and you know that treants, as you found out when motionless, are very difficult to detect. A very terrible stealth roll. So it's up to you guys. It's going to use 60 foot to run away, scream, like essentially crying in Druidic, calling together as it disappears off. That's not to say you can't hunt it if you want, as Fabian, you are up next, but this treant has gone and has rolled a stealth check to hide in plain sight in the forest.
Was the call for getting things to come here, or was it like
The call was
warning people?
No, the
warning
call was
them
like a
from-
protection call for itself.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just calling more people to attack us.
Basically,
I
just to
will-
create the highs.
I will relay that to the rest.
Yes, I heard it too.
I also speak Druidic.
Does that mean I should cast a fireball?
I mean, you could. Do it.
If you build, I will tell you now, if you build a character that does dissonant whispers and fireball, I will fuck you to death. skull fuck you to death. I'll find a way of creating a creature that will skull fuck you to death. Because I hate it. Run away. Fireball. Done. End of combat. I'm sweet. It would. I don't think it would kill him anyway. Even the 4. I've learned the fireball is not the most powerful after seeing a level 8 do absolutely jack shit.
The level 9 one was a really bad run.
But I'm just
it's good just to give damage to multiple at once.
Yeah, it's good. I'm just like in just to be honest.
I'd like to think the group of druids we're camping with would probably be really pissed off if someone just launched a fireball randomly into the forest.
I mean, it is the plan for the Death Plane. One of the plans.
One of the plans. Yeah, I understand. But yeah, so if you're not going to... So Faywin, Otter, Arta, Zaga, you are all up next. This minion, as you can see that it's left behind, will try and just like deanimate in front of you as it's not being called. As like the presence of the tree in itself leaves, the sapling behind you, Otter, you know, it's just almost freezes. And you... While tree and saplings, while this is... not the right mini for it. It does just look like a tree. You can't really discern a face or anything in it. So as you stop now, it just looks like a normal tree. As you're like, oh, that's a bit strange. But yeah, up to you guys. You can chase, but it's going to use 60 foot to move, and it's going to try and hide. So you can pursue and chase if you'd like, or we can stop.
Zaga's question for the group is: do we feel safe camping here? Still.
Yeah, it's not going to come back. It ran away scared.
It's still Faywin's turn. She would like to take it.
So it's a bad block and find the tree.
If I were to fire an arrow in the direction it disappeared, would it be at disadvantage? Because he's...
You would have to roll a perception check to beat its stealth check to hit you.
Okay. Can I try that, please?
Yeah.
And can I use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on that perception? Or would that just be rolled straight?
No, the perception check wouldn't have been a disadvantage, so yeah.
Okay, sure.
Are you going to describe
fucking mine!
Okay.
You did say it was a shit stealth roll, so you might be okay.
Well, no, I had 13.
On a perception check?
6. Yeah.
Ooh, that was bad for you. But yeah, I rolled with advantage a 4 and a 6.
Oh, so I can see it.
Yeah. You can see the movement.
Then
of
I
it
can
as it's
attack
moving
him.
away. Yeah, if you want to.
I'd like to, yeah.
When they're ranged.
Zaga wonders if it's smart to attack the creature.
I don't care, because I'm having my go.
Zaga's wondering to himself. You can attack it.
It was 26 to hit.
26 hits.
So it's gonna be hurt with a 6. And then I'll roll my d20 from my thing.
Don't you have Hunter's Mark?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you did. Oh, did you not move it? I thought you did. It's got a Hunter's Mark thing that stood on it.
Wasn't it the
that
minion
would
that ran into the tree?
No, it's
the big thing.
Big tree.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was the minion that ran off and hit into the tree.
No. The minion deanimated. So the minion that stood next to Otter just stopped moving. If you want, you can shoot the minion, but you are shooting the big thing that's running away.
Okay, then that's an extra 4 damage.
Nice. Cool.
I need to do my thing as well.
Your wild magic roll, yeah.
It's only 18.
So, okay, it's fine. Nice. So, Faywin takes a go. You hear it crawl out. You hear again almost like the same roar that you heard from when the first blight hit. That this echoing, like, cacophony of rumbling and sound that tremors across the ground and through the trees as a few birds like shoot up from the trees back as this arrow hits the back of this tree before. Not a death sound, an angry sound. Otter, Arta, Zaga, you are all up. Your choice.
I'm going to, seeing it run away, I'm going to turn back to camp and rest in for the night. I'm done. It's run away. It's not coming back. It's scared of us.
I turn to look at Faywin and admire this killer instinct in her. And then looking at the baby tree, I think, as much as I enjoy killing children, I'll leave this one be.
Poor child. Nice. So you are all leaving. As you, Zaga,
I'm just wondering why Faywin didn't take her extra attack.
Oh yeah, 2 attacks. You want to go again?
No.
No, just 1 attack. Just provoke it once.
Just wanted to prove I could.
She's used a shard, which is what she wanted to do.
Faywin just wants to know why everyone's trying to take her goes all the time. And
It's
talking
like
over her go,
it's
instead of
like
just
in a
letting her have her go.
It's like in a cartoon when something's running away and they get an arrow
Yeah, it was
That's
just like,
what happened
but apart from this thing, still had like 100 odd hit points, so it was 12 damage. Yeah, I think it was close to bloody, so it makes sense, because running back in to try and catch you all again is not going to be a good plan for it. So yes, you have peeved a tree and it's run off into the forest. So the question around your safety at night is a great question, as the forest now has an active member who knows you're here. As it disappears off, you, Zaga, as closest, you can see the other tree and the other body that's there. As it's like falling apart, it's opened up, and something glistens at you from like inside the carcass of this like slightly larger tree.
Ooh,
so
shiny.
Yeah, something shiny. Glistening off like the moonlight as it comes through. The two trees that were there, one of them, the first one that got you, was a much larger, much wider based treant, where the second one, the one that's run off, was more viney, more gangly as it kind of made its way into the tree. But yeah, this one, as it's kind of broken and fallen apart, you catch the light and see something shiny from the inside.
Zaga grab shiny thing.
As you make your way towards shiny thing, you can see there are two bodies inside, and as you go to grab, the shiny thing is just like the glisten of a belt buckle. As you go to grab, you can see that there is the bodies are still warm.
I would assume this is from the other camp on the other side of the tree then.
Potentially.
Is one of them Montreal?
No. She was inside the other tree. She got shot with an arrow in the back of the head, and now she's dead.
She was actually still alive. She had fused with the tree. Well, she was alive.
Can I search the bodies? Because I'm disappointed that shiny thing was just a belt buckle.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. 17. As you go through and fill up, there's like a small basic dagger on them. Other than that, pockets are clean. These they look like, as well, feeling the bodies, that they look like they were in like where so I suppose when you go to bed, you don't take all of your, you take like some of your armor and some of your top layers off, but you mainly sleep in most of your clothes. They look like
what
they've
type of
taken
creatures
off.
Are they?
As you are feeling, you can't really see without pulling the bodies out. You can just see that they are at least of like 5 to 6 foot in height, and 2 legs, 2 arms, so appear to be a humanoid.
Can I just pull them out and check what they are as well?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So as you pull them both out, you can see there is a male and a female human, probably mid-30s.
I'm just going to assume they were on the camp on the other side. I've searched them. There was nothing to identify them by on them. So
nice. So as you've gone through and as you are down and going through and searching the bodies, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That will be a dirty one.
Dirty one. As you're going through.
Yeah, it's 2 minus 1, baby.
Yeah. As you're going through the bodies and searching them, annoyed that you're not finding anything in there. They're like a smell coming up from the body hits your nose that makes you start to like salivate, that like in your mind triggers like duck. Like, oh, there's something on there. And as you're going through, like you're half annoyed that you haven't got it, you're half hungry. You've been eating trail mix from these druids for like a day and a half, 2 days, and you can smell something on this body that smells as delicious as duck, and you're like salivating.
I start to rip through them harder looking for duck.
Yeah, as you're looking through, you hear a voice in the back of your mind that just says, "Go on, just take a bite. They're still warm."
I am aware I'm looking at humans, right?
Yeah. As you're looking at them, they're definitely not big ducks. But yeah, you are almost like dribbling from the mouth as you're there, and this voice is just there. As you're going through pockets, just like, one bite.
I'm desperately searching for duck, but I'm not going to bite them.
You can hold them.
Because I can see that they're human.
Yeah.
Even though I'm salivating.
Yeah. You're frantically searching. This is, I would say you would hold this as a strange moment. As you kind of pause for a second, Otter, you are also drawn in the direction of Zaga. Whether it's the movement of Zaga and him pulling stuff out, like, Zaga tends to be the first one in and grabbing stuff we can find, but pulling stuff from a tree seems odd. But you are kind of drawn in that direction as you feel like almost as you turn and like kind of just get an idea what's going on. You feel this like gut almost like winding punch hit you as like air leaves your lungs. You almost feel like you're choking as you hear in your mind, "You will have to be useful some way. Take them." As you are being... you can roll you can either go, if you want to fight this, you can roll a wisdom saving throw, but you can feel your body as almost like the air that's been drawn out of your lungs is like on a rope that is pulling you forward. So as you're like trying to catch your breath, you're being stepped forward towards Zaga.
I follow where it's pulling me to.
Yep. As you follow, like slow step up behind Zaga, you hear Otter coming up. You hear someone coming up behind you as you try and put in mind. You're not taking a bite unless you want to take a bite out of these bodies as these two lie here. And you kind of like steady yourself up as someone approaches. Otter, as you appear over Zaga's shoulder. Zaga, you, on turning to see, if you turn to see who's there, you can see that Otter's face is mildly vacant, like his jaw is kind of slacked off a little bit. His mouth is just open as he is staring kind of wide-eyed. Almost, you can see that he looks like he's suffocating or panicking, but there's no tension in his body. So whilst his face looks like it's struggling, the rest of his body is leaning forward. And as you kind of go to almost like question what's going on, Otter, you feel your whole body just crack forward as your shoulders force back, your chest is open, and coming out of you, very much in that ilk of how you pull souls out when you raise souls from the dead people before and have had them as spectrals. That exact same magic happens, but you are not controlling it. You can just feel a force coming from inside, deep inside your chest, as magic shoots out and leans down, grabs over the head of one of these bodies. As you kind of step back, as it rips out the soul and sucks it straight into Otter's body. As a second hand comes out and grabs the head and pulls, and it's violent, as if they've grabbed the head of the skull of this person that's laying there and ripped out. You can feel almost immediately the bodies go cold, as what you have seen is this spectral soul get ripped and absorbed into Otter's body. As that second one hit, as you what? Sorry.
Or still smell duck.
Those as they you still would smell duck actually, even if their body goes cold. But this vision, and as the second one hits you, Otter, you get your breath back as you hear another voice saying, "Good, you can be useful."
What did you do?
I don't know, but it felt good.
Otter, can you please add the patron revenge feat to your character, please? As we will end there for the evening. Pick up next time. What is happening? As you guys can make your way back to the camp and sit with the druids. The druids, one of them is pretty sure that the Watcher exists and is refixing the tent as much as possible. But yeah, you can decide as we come back next week whether you think it's safe to stay here for another evening before carrying on, or whether you want to do something else. But I think it's quite a nice point to end at. So yeah, Otter, have a read of that and let me know any questions. Zaga, if you have any questions, let me know. And we will pick up with the final part of the travel as we have left Orhav back in the forest.
Did you say that wrong? You meant the druid definitely thinks the Watcher thinks the Watcher is real.
He's not. There's a look. There's is Peter Parker Spider-Man question coming up? I don't know. Maybe it's the inkling. Maybe it's the start of something special.
I feel like Art is more a I've got his name. This is really bad. Clark Kent. Handsome, dignified, strong.
Whatever leads you to doing good deeds in the act of your god, I'm all for it. I know. And if you don't, you're going to be that bald bastard.
Altruistic and stuff.
Maybe.
Anyway, sorry about that. You were doing a grand close and I interrupted.
No, it's fine. It's good for you to understand that you're not Clark Kent unless you do good. I feel like sometimes hinting at stuff isn't enough. Sometimes we just have to say as it is. But we will pick up next time. Yay! It was a bit of a fight. Thanks for killing my beast with bloody blights, you bastards.
It's weird how two of them knew to put on a spell that kills plants.
What the hell? Like a
Well, I mean, we're definitely going towards the death bloom, so it makes
What?
sense, doesn't
No!
it?
Don't give away the secrets. Bye.